welcome back. I hope you're having a lovely evening, or as usual, better than mine. I guess maybe morning at this point. Depends on what you determine 1 a.m. to be. I don't normally stream at this hour, but I've been grinding this game for the past 2 days, just so that there's more progress for you guys to see, and I just woke up, so I'm streaming now. My sleep schedule has become very erratic. So, for review, since my numbers look wildly different than last time, I got like 7 skills to be over 9,000. Boy howdy, does it take a while to do that. I've had restoration going most of the time and gluttony, and I can only get gluttony to over 1,000 so far. Boy howdy, does that one take a while. So I couldn't get all of them over 9,000, but I got a good chunk. I got Imbue Body to catch up to Imbue Mind. It was like only 50 behind, so that was nothing. I now have 15 million recurring stats and 2.5 million soul stones. I've done some grinding. I didn't go through any new things except for the underworld. I used that thing to just jump to Commerceville from Merchanton. Otherwise, you've seen everything else. Well, that, and I accidentally was a good person one time, and when I faced judgment, I went to Valhalla. So, we're going to go there now and see what's up there, because, we should be a good person for once and finally get there. So let's stop haggling, and we're going to be good person, heal the sick twice. That will get us there if we don't do any dark rituals. And then we just cut the rest of this off from the bottom of the grind loop. There we go. Just a few thousand more runs of healing people in the forest. No, rescuing them. We were rescuing them in the forest. And we want to, stop. We made it there. We made it to Valhalla. Right? Is that what our judgment was? Are we here now? It's not telling me. Okay, my reputation's 126. That means we're in Valhalla. Guided tour. Let's, see what's here now that we're a good person instead of a horrible, horrible, monstrous person. Okay. 1% tour routes followed in Valhalla. Because we took the guided tour. What's it say? The city doesn't take too kindly to visitors snooping around. So you'll have... I unlocked things too fast. So you'll have to take all their tours to scope it out instead. Oh, it costs money. That's gonna be issue unless I move this down, destroy that, and bring more money with me. Then I guess we'll canvas if we run out of money. Actually, how many times can I do this before I run out of money? Maybe 73? No, 74, because that's how much money I have left after the guided tour. So that'll be a couple loops. Okay. Your gold is still good money here. This is at 1% followed. You note as you join a small gaggle of people following the tour guide around Valhalla, it's a lovely place full of lovely people, and the air smells fresh and clean beyond even the untamed countrysides you're used to. Ah, yes, so much better than the underworld. 10% tour routes followed. You've taken past some residential areas, each house immaculate, and you see someone going door to door collecting charitable donations. With how nice everything is here, you're not sure what cause you could be supporting. 20% roots followed. Valhalla's Museum of Heroes. You recognize a bunch of this stuff from the myths on Mount Olympus. Everyone oohs and ahs at the exact same time, as if following an invisible script. You try not to stand out too much. 30% of the tour routes followed. Proper decorum extends even to the markets, it seems. Every merchant takes lessons at rhetoric schools, and haggling takes the form of a calm and steady debate compared to the lively racket of Merchant Town. It's almost eerily quiet. Or compared to how rude we get in Beginnersville or whatever it was. Yeah, Beginnersville. I wasn't sure if it was Beginnersville or Startington. Okay. 40% of tour routes followed. You almost missed the fact that you're now touring Valhalla's magical district. The tour guide explains that even these buildings are not exempt from Valhalla's beautification code that ensures every building is in harmony with our fair city. That sounds like an HOA to me. I don't like HOAs. I grew up in one. Never again. Well, technically I'm in one now, but there's no dues and nothing's enforced. So, yay, loopholes. Okay, oh, I canvassed everything right away and there was no text for it. Okay, so I guess we'll donate instead of canvas now. Each loop. Oh joy, my numbers be big. It's just grinding. Yay! We don't really need to kill trolls right now. Let's turn that one off. Oh, is donate a one-time thing? Donations accepted. Oh, collect donations? I guess we'll click a bunch of things so that we don't run out. Okay, donations accepted failed. We're just trying to find stuff to do. Collect donation in Valhalla. Donation checked. You adjust your new uniform. Really just bog normal toga and make sure that the donation jar is presentable as well, before making your way over to the first house and knocking the door. Wow, the god living here isn't a very good mood. At least you didn't get cussed at. Okay, I should read the things that I just did. What's Canvas do? The city has a local charity that's looking for volunteers to canvass around the potential benefactors. Maybe if you knew the information of some of said people, it could be helpful. Okay, we unlocked that when we toured the city. Oh hey, something that gives me luck. Yay! Because that's my lowest stat. I didn't get that one over 1 million. Oh, well, I was grinding. I got close on soul, but I'm still further behind on luck. Okay, right, we've never assassinated people in most of these places. There's too much here. Okay, two routes followed. We're not done with that yet. Donate. You can donate to the charity yourself if you'd like. Cost 20 gold, gives 1 reputation. Okay. Yeah, that failed because I had no money left. I don't need to donate. It's fine. I'll just collect the donations. After doing some canvassing for the local charity, you're now able to accept some donations on their behalf. Since you know the routine, costs 1 reputation, requires a reputation above 0, meaningful donations are worth 20 gold each. Every 5 donations is worth a meaningful amount. Oh, so I need to be better person? No, I've still got 41 reputation after I collected donations. I am a good enough person as it is. Okay. Tidy up. Tidying up the place gives practical magic. I already have that over 9,000. I don't need that to grind. Oh wait, that's the math equation. So yeah, getting that grinded gives me more mana for this thing. Okay. Or points per mana. Gives 5 gold and 1 reputation per mess cleaned. Unlocks at 30% houses canvassed. Okay. Oh, so I'm just grinding through how many messes I can clean? Oh, it's making me a better person. We can skip that. I can buy mana. And sell artifacts. Okay, so we're gonna go back. And we finally have a reason to take the artifacts. Maximum that. Sell the artifacts, do this, donate artifacts. Mercantilism, okay, I just clicked a bunch of things. 1 gold equals 72 mana, buys all the mana you can, okay? Sell artifact. Sell 1 artifact you found on Mount Olympus as a priceless ancient heirloom. Costs 1 artifact, gives 50 gold. Donate artifact. Donate a precious artifact to the Museum of Heroes. It's okay. With each act of generosity, you earn friends in high places. Gives 1 favor. I guess I shouldn't sell them all. I will, be good person here and gain favor. Okay. Mercantilism. Practice your mercantile skills, which are sorely lacking considering how poor of a deal you're getting from those mana merchants. Costs reputation. Requires positive reputation. Why am I only doing it once? No, I'm doing it 34 times. Costs 1 reputation. Okay, I'm just running out of reputation. That's fine. I would like to at least clear off the sell artifact thingy. Okay, we at least got rid of the green thing. We can get rid of this now. And then Charm School. What's it cost? Ah, it has a max per reset, okay. And then we'll just click Oracle and then see what's up. Okay. Because mercantilism cost 1 reputation. Okay, so I have to be better person coming here in order to do that more. That's fine. At least I can actually grind this thing now. That one was stuck at 203. It's my lowest one other than assassination because the only way I had to upgrade that was invest and collect interest. As you can see, I did that quite a bit. I now have 159 gold invested in the recurring bank in Commerceville, and that only gave me 200 mercantilism to get like 1/7 of the way to the max gold. Yeah, I've been grinding. Okay. Charm School. Learn how to make people love you. Has 4x EXP talent gain, can only be done 259 times per reset. Unlocked at 30% of city toured. Why is this going so fast? Do I need to be a better person? Oh, this one's also a only do it X times per loop. Oh, and I don't need to follow tour guides anymore. We've maxed that out. We'll just click these things. Oracle. Yeah, it gives luck and soul. Those things only did once. Restoration. Can that loop? Peer into the... Again, only once. Ah, spatiomancy. The thing I've been needing. Can't do it. Citizenship. Can I do that more than once? Yeah, grind that out. Okay. Oracle, peer into the future to better your fortune. Has 4 EXP talent gain, can only do as many times as I've imbued my mind, plus 10. Yeah, which isn't very much, but it gives luck. Okay, enchant armor. Pull some strings to convince a divine blacksmith to enchant your armor. Costs 1 favor and 1 armor. Okay, so we get the favor from the donate artifact. That's capped at 30. I only have 15 armor. That makes sense. That lets me do it 15 times. Okay. Costs favor and 1 armor, gives enchanted. Enchanted armor is 3 times as effective as normal armor. That's nice. Gives crafting EXP. And charisma and luck. Well, also int, but I don't care about int, it's my highest stat. Okay. Wizard College. Oh boy, are we doing citizenship. Okay. Why did I fail Wizard College? Wizard College is the finest school in all the realms. You're lucky to be afforded a chance to get in, although it costs you a small fortune in tuition. Citizenship is... oh, paused. Take their test and get a grade. Which I didn't manage to do. Cost 500 gold and 10 favors. Okay, so I've still got 15 favors left. So I can make that. But I have 0 gold because I bought mana beforehand. Move the mana down, move the mana down. Okay, now I can afford Wizard College. Gives all schools of magic times blah. Okay, I can do the thing now. Maybe, we'll see. Restoration. You've gone all this way without learning how to use your magic to heal people. Or even yourself. You should probably get around to learning that. Who cares about that? I've been healing people tons in Beginnersville. I just guessed my way through it until success. But now I can go to Wizard College. Mana cost is reduced by Wizard College grade, which I'm gonna have a good grade to start. I better with these stats. Okay. Learn skill restoration, which, I mean, I've already got that to 3,505. Hey, if we didn't get a crossed out line, it worked. Okay. Restoration EXP, yada yada, nice. Okay. So we're able to do that now. Spatiomacy. Yes. Okay, learn how to control space and matter. Turns out making big changes is hard, but even small changes might allow you to get more done each loop. Requires Wizard College, which we now have. Mana cost is reduced by Wizard College grade. Which we are Great Sage. Yay! Spontaneously combusted from wonder? Yeah! I love that title. So I'm gonna take off the thing we've been grinding. Yeah. So we can finally get spaciomacy. Ominousy. Who knew bending reality to your will could be so useful? Mana Geyser and Mana Well are reduced to the original plus math, or divided by math. Houses to build increased by 1% per level from 1 to 500. The following actions are increased by 0.5% per level in their range. Locked houses, short quest, long quest, animals in the forest, herbs, possible suckers, soul stones to mine. Oh boy, is this a great thing that I wish I had found sooner, that I could have totally found sooner. Soul stones to mine, oh, so much better. Artifacts to take, people to ask for donations, buildings to check for pylons, pockets to pick, warehouses to rob, insurance companies to defraud. Boy, howdy, is this a great stat I wish I had sooner. But hey, we've already got to level 700 in a matter of seconds that it took me to read this. Yay! Cheers to now having that in spades. Okay, so it looks like once we get to 1,500 on this thing, that it'll be all that I need it to be. Oh. So lovely. Wait, something's failing. No, it's not failing. Whatever. Oh yeah, the donations is going up now. Okay. We were grinding citizenship for a bit there before I was able to get into Wizard College. Right now you're just visiting. If you want to be accepted into the ranks for real, you'll need to study and pass a rigorous exam on Valhallan history and culture. Oh, okay, so, we were studying for a while. We got plenty of that. Build housing. We'll do that after we've get 400 more spatiominacy. So that'll be all we need of it, but it sure grinds fast now that I've got all of those extra stat points already. Build housing. Build a house in the city that you can rent out. Can build... Oh, crafting guild multiplier? I'm godlike there. Requires crafting guild. Okay. I'm currently doing adventure guild in these loops so that I can get more soul stones. Crafting EXP. I don't need crafting EXP. I'm already over 9,000. So that will fail unless I do crafting guild for a bit. We'll do that later. Collect taxes from the properties you have built gives extra money. Nice. Not that we need money right now, we're fine. Requires housing and doesn't give any skills. Okay, Pegasus. We are in Valhalla. Valhalla has more than its fair share of wonders. Amongst them are the Pegasi, mythical winged steeds, only available to the finest of citizens. If you wish to get your hands on one, you'll need to convince a local to guide you to one of their meeting grounds, and then prove yourself to it. Swift on land and sky. It takes more than just gold to own a creature like this. Okay, we need favors. Which means we've only got 5 left, so we need to not buy everything else in order to buy this first, get less enchanted armor maybe, not go to Wizard College. We'll deal with that in a bit. Oh, we've got all the spatiominacy we need. Nice. Fight giants. Join the Valkyries in their fight against the Frost Giants. Improves the ability to seek favor from the gods. Can only have one fight Frost Giants action. Only one. Requires a Pegasus. Okay. Seek blessing. Pray to the gods to grant you their favor. Increases the number of soul stones earned from all actions. Can only have one seek blessings action. Requires Pegasus. Okay, those are both singular things. Oh, learn skill Divine Favor. Increases soul stones gained from actions? Well, hello there. Time to switch things we're grinding. Okay. Back to Beginnersville. Long quests and short quests. Need a boost upward. Same thing with locks picked, but the pots remained the same. Forest path. Oh, I can make more armor. Okay. I don't need to make more armor, but I can. So we'll just click all the things. Okay, we're going to turn off Adventurers Guild. And we're going to join the Crafting Guild. In this town, yeah, that went through too soon, that's fine. And I can swindle more suckers. That's gamble action, right? I mean, we are doing the good person run, so we can do that now. Oh, we have to run through it before it's finished, that's fine. I can make the looping potion now! Yes! Using your aptitude of alchemy and your talent for time, you've managed to recreate the very potion that got you into this whole mess. It can't cure you, but maybe you can find another use for it. Costs 400 herbs. Yes! We needed this thing. 400 herbs that I can't get this loop until I've done other things. No, I can't afford it first, because that's 500 now. We're gonna make a looping potion? Yes. You can only have one looping potion at a time. That is fine. Okay, and then we wanted to click all of these things in case they got bigger. They did get bigger. We already changed our classification, so now we can get a Pegasus, fight giants, seek blessing, and then go back to learning this. Okay. Next, that. Those are staying the same. That got double-sized. Excellent. Okay. Enchant armor. Oh, right, we clicked on Pegasus, but we need more favors. So we need to take Wizard College off, which means Restoration and Spacey Ominousy are going to fail. Great Feast. So we'll survey for the time being until we figure out what we want to do. So that's gonna fail. And that's gonna fail. Because that's going away. Okay. That should give us the favors to get a Pegasus. Oh, we can build the housing. And then collect taxes. And then go back to survey. Why can't I survey? I didn't buy maps in the first world. Yeah, and Great Feast can only do once. Okay, we'll write Great Feast into the thing. We'll do citizenship. We'll let that run while we figure out what we did wrong. Okay. This one didn't run because I used up my herbs. This one didn't run Because I didn't have enough money? Or I wasn't good enough person? I wasn't good enough person. Okay, we will heal the sick more. Way more than we have to. Okay, and then Pegasus failed. I needed more favors to do that, and more money. So we'll see if I have the favors and money after this change up. Okay. So, Great Feast. You realize now that you've forgotten the joy of food. Oh right, survey failed because I needed to buy maps in Beginnersville. 15 gold each. Oh, so many things cost monies. We'll bring this one up to 50. See if we can afford that. And bring this up to 50 to match. Just so we can get some of it going. Okay. Oh boy, howdy, does my mana last. Okay. Where's Valhalla? There it is. Okay. You realize now that you've forgotten the joy of food after having gone for so long without needing to eat anything. It's about time for a feast. Even like each loop is like half an hour, so like you don't need food because you loop back to when you didn't need food and your body's fine with this. I guess. Whatevers. But I have been eating in the jungle. That's why my gluttony's over 1,000. Okay, it's about time for a feast of grand proportions. Unfortunately, all this catering services here only accept payments in soul stones. Permanently increases team and self and team combat. Can only have one great feast. Action requires 100 reputation. Sacrifices 439 soul stones. Grants buff great feast. Okay. That feast was so filling that it manages to keep you well satisfied through the loops. There's some impressive magic. Combat from all sources increased by 5% per level. Okay, so since I have the Great Feast, I want to get to the jungle. Because I've got my looping potion, so I can do this thing. And one of these said something about Great Feast. What was it though? Gluttony. Great Feast soulstone costs are reduced to the original. Okay, the higher my gluttony is, the lower Great Feast cost. Okay. So I don't have to bring it here. It's just I've already grinded up 1,000 of that, making it cost less than a tenth of what it's supposed to. That's great. But what does the Great Feast buff do? Combat is increased. I don't need to increase my combat at the cost of soul stones every loop. Turn that off. Okay. We did manage the survey a little bit here. I still have 20 gold at the end of this, which means I can buy one more map and survey one more time. What's failing? I'm failing to get my Pegasus. I don't have enough favor. Okay, let's make 5 less armor. I want my Pegasus. Okay, what's this fall from grace? Looks like the only way to leave this place is to make them dislike you enough to kick you out. Some moderate vandalism will probably do the job. Some people just want to watch something beyond the world burn. You'll be cast into the Shadow Realm and thrown back to the beginning of your journey. Unlocks a 200 pyromancy. Good thing I already have over 9,000 pyromancy. Okay, so all my effort trying to be good person, all my effort being bad person to stay out of here for no good reason was really no good reason. Oh, that's great. Okay, so... Oh, the citizen's exam was like just a study portion. Oh, we so do not need to keep doing that. Yeah, let's fall from grace. That should send us here. Where if we go back in time, we can turn hunt trolls back on. That'll give us some blood. Which I like to keep doing the dark sacrifice. Where's that at? There it is. I think it gives me 32 blood if I remember correctly based upon all of my grinding experience. Okay, then I have to have 500 gold on me. I don't have 500 gold on me. Let's get 500 gold. There we go. Then we can journey forth once we have our supplies. Then I want to see what the totem does. Deep in the jungle, you find a thingy. Okay, we'll just leave a bunch of rescue survivors as the ending thing, so it has a thing to just loop onto forever. Deep within the jungle, you find a totem pulsing with energy. Just standing near it, you feel more capable. If you drink a looping potion here... wait, did something fail? Something failed. I failed to buy supplies. How much gold do I have? I have 20. Oh, it's because I bought mana. Now that won't fail. Wait, did Pegasus require money too? Yeah! I bought mana, therefore other things failed. Makes sense. Drank looping potion. Okay. I can only do this 97 times out of the 200. Yeah, we're fine with that for now. Okay. Let's read this and then we can read all of this extra text that's been building up. Deep within the jungle, you find a totem pulsing with energy. Just standing near it, you feel more capable. If you drink a looping potion here, perhaps some of the energy will stay with you on future loops. Doubles the initial stat gain bonus of Imbue Body on first completion. Requires a looping potion. Grants 100 Wonderkind experience. Even with your eyes closed, you still see the glow of the totem. Doubles the initial stat gain of Imbue Body. Okay, so... I can't tell if they actually gave me more stats. I can't tell if it did its thing. But, sure. Let's just let this keep playing out. Okay. Can I now use the portal that I've not used before? Because it required 1,000 restoration, so I grinded until my restoration was 3,500, just so I could use this thing for the first time. Okay, which reads, the Explorers Guild tells you of a secret grove within the jungle, with the barrier between realms is weakest. With enough restoration skill, you might be able to open a rift back and leave the Shadow Realm. However, it seems quite a bit of time passes in the portal, and some merchants have closed up shop. Unlocks with 75% of the world surveyed. I've done that. travels to forest path. That is a whole world away. 5 mana actions cannot be used for the rest of the current loop. I'm fine with that. Requires 1,000 restoration, gives EXP for restoration, and we're gonna go there. Which will send us back to Forest Path, where we'll do dark magic for a bit just to have a thing on the books to do forever. Okay. We could brew potions so that I have more of those again next time that I loop all the way through and get another looping potion and do the totem over and over and over and over and over. Did it spend my looping potion? I think it did. Okay. We still can't use the guru. Oh right, the first page. I now have spatiomacy. Open rift. Using your vast knowledge of the dark arts, you can open a rift into the Shadow Realm to send you straight to Startington. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like you can fit any supplies through the rift. Unlocks at 300 dark magic and 100 spatiomacy. Okay. I could jump straight to, I can skip straight from Beginnersville to Startington. That's nice to know. Straight to hell. Right now this isn't benefiting me too much. I'm going to go back to the jungle and grind out stuff. Why is something failing? Oh no, we're good now. Okay, so now we're back in the jungle. We've tested out the portal. We know it works. That was fun. We're getting Wonderkind experience. It's labeled here. What is it doing? Gives me more talent EXP. That's nice. I have so many of these to read, but I want to explore more. Right, the assassinations. Let's go be super pious person in here. And heal like 50 people. And then we're gonna assassinate everybody on every location. That should give us plenty of goodwill to get through the the bad will of assassinating people everywhere. Assassinate everyone. Wait, even in Valhalla? Even in Valhalla. Yes. And then we can assassinate in Commerceville, and that's as far as we've gotten. We have yet to purchase the key. Right, we can't assassinate here until we've actually gotten here. Okay, what portal is it? We're taking way too much time to escape the jungle. So we'll need to open the portal, which sends us back to Forest Path. Then we continue on. When then Underworld takes us to Commerceville. Okay. So jungle is where we're at. We gotta open the portal, which sends us back to Forest Path, so we can continue on, and then jump to the Underworld, which takes us to Commerceville, so that we can make it to Commerceville and assassinate somebody there. And then we want to just grind something here, so we're going to collect interest in Seminar. A bunch. But before that, we're gonna purchase the key. Then we're gonna leave the city. All of the things I've been waiting to do. Hello, True Eclipsian. Good day or night to you, Twig. How are you doing? Is this kind of like a web browser D&D? It is an idle game, and it is web browser. Here is your nice fancy URL that you can copy and paste. The game name is Idle Loops, but I'm doing the whatever version that's been kept up by fans named OMSI Loops. It's not D&D because I'm not fighting and rolling. I'm grinding my stats because I've been poisoned by a looping potion that has put me in a time loop. And I'm trying to get out of the time loop, and I haven't figured out how to get out of the time loop yet. Okay, so last loop I ended there. Now to get back to my train of thought, leave city. I want to leave city. Will it let me leave city and see? Valley of Olympus, we made it. Okay. And we were not getting any assassination EXP. We'll figure that out later. I would survey the area, but we don't have any. Oh no, we do have maps on us. Cool. We can do that 51 times. And then build tower. I guess build tower requires all those temporal stones. Okay, let's go find where all of the temporal stones from all of the ruins were. Did you have temporal stones? Stones hauled. Haul stones. That was in Forest Path? Where's my wheelbarrow? I swear it put it on here somewhere. Oh, I put it down here, right here. Okay, oh, there's... let me, get my auto clicker involved because there's no little circle. Okay, we wanted to click it 250 times. Sneaks in. Hello. Welcome, people. That distracted me from my auto clicker and I overshot. Okay. So I've got 250 stones from Forest Path. No wheelbarrow here. Mount Olympus. I need a bunch of stones from here. Where else has stones? There's no stones in Valhalla yet. There are stones in Startington. And auto clicker is nice. Then there's stones in the jungle path. And then Commerceville has none. Right, before we leave Commerceville, I would like to reinvest whatever money I've got. Joining the Thieves Guild won't help us because we're already in some other guild somewhere. I don't remember which one. Okay, and then we build a tower. Let's see if that works. Imbue soul. Okay, we made tower progress. We only did it once, though? Let's just let this thing loop a bunch. Okay. You've hit rock bottom and now there's nowhere to go but up. If only you had some way to climb back to Valhalla. Requires a temporal stone. Hauling and building persists through loops. Each stone used to build removes one from the piles in the various ruins you found along your journey. Okay, so those things are going to start being depleted. Imbue soul. Resets all talent levels. That's not my skill levels, or is it these ones? I don't know. Soul stones, imbue mind, imbue body, and other skills and buffs are unchained. Change requires both 500 imbue mind and 500 imbue body. Increases the EXP multiplier of training actions by 100% and raises all action speeds by 50% per level. It's gonna erase all my soul stones and talent levels? I grinded so long to get those! I spent days getting those! Ooh, sounds interesting, even though I hardly comprehend all that's going on. It's okay, I've been grinding for days, and I'm unlocking everything that I've grinded. That response took far too much time only because I struggled to find a laughing emote. Yes! Okay, right, I'm gonna make note. If I ever make emojis, I need laughing emote. Okay. We are making progress on the tower. Where has it taken my stones permanently from? They weren't this one. We've taken one from here permanently. Okay, Mount Olympus is being drained of its stones. Okay, I want to see what's failing in my loop. Okay, I am a horrible person and cannot swindle people, that's fine. The wheelbarrow is only going once in any of the spots. That's fine, okay. That's why it didn't give me the giant number. It only wanted me to go once. Okay, so we'll let this thing loop while I change all of those to only actually hauling once. Haul got placed where on my list? Here. So that one gets removed. Mount Olympus. That one gets removed. Valhalla, I don't know of any here yet, but I'm skipping it because I'm a bad person, I guess, this loop. Yeah, my reputation is negative leet. Yay, enjoy it. Okay, Startington. It's easier to just go through all of these and replace the entry than use the super speed auto clicker. And there's no hauling in Commerceville. Okay. So at least on all of these loops, I am able to increase my investment in the perpetual bank. How they let me do this, I don't understand. That's fine. Okay, I want to see now what's failing. So these are all wheelbarrows. Those are fine. Those can stay. What is that symbol and where is it? They're all in Valhalla. Yeah, okay. All of the Valhalla stuff is getting skipped because I'm a horrible person this loop. No, we can fix this. I just have to be a better person until it's good. Jungle Path. Yeah, I can be a good enough person. Beginnersville. Heal the sick. Can I make it into Valhalla if I heal 100 sick people? No. What about 200? Does 200 get me into Valhalla? Nope. What about 500? Okay, I need to look at the number. I'm still negative 7,386. How am I that bad of a person? What am I doing to trash my reputation that hard? I'm not doing the black magic in the jungle. No, the forest. I'm not swindling people. It's happening before I get here. And I can't see what my reputation is at this point. What am I doing to be that bad? Oh well, we'll heal a bunch of people. We'll get there. Excuse me while I auto-clicker away until I am good person again. Oh, these are all... Oh, diminishing returns. There's only so many I can heal to get on good graces again. Okay, that's not the way we're going to go with things. Oh, it's because I'm assassinating everybody. And I'm not even sure that's even paying off. So if I'm assassinating everybody, I want that to pay off. Commerceville. Assassin's Guild. Am I able to get in? I'm gonna turn everything off in Valhalla so that I don't see that huge, huge scar. Okay, oh, we're not even getting in anyway, so all of these healings get away. Okay, we failed Fall from Grace, yeah. And then we went and managed to do other things. Okay. Because that's an either or, and then we skip here. We're good? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And that's an assassination. Yeah, if we're assassinating everybody, I didn't take those off yet. How do I get my assassination to work? On first completion, locks assassinate action in each of the first 8 zones. Gives assassin EXP equal to 100 times hearts squared. So, this is the join the guild action, right? Yeah. How many hearts do I have? Am I not picking up the hearts? Lose reputation regardless of whether you're successful or not. Okay, so I need to see if I'm succeeding. Discreetly kill your mark in this town. The more well known you are for either good or evil, the harder pulling this off will be. Okay. Yeah. Wait. For good or evil. Okay. So the worse my reputation, the harder it is to get a heart. But I'm not getting any hearts. Not even in Startington? Or Beginnersville? I want to figure this out. I would like to think it's something unusual like burning trees. Okay, that comment has become way out of context with where my brain is now. Tell me where you were again, or where the game was when that comment was written. I'm so out of context. Okay, so... My reputation is very middling, which means I need to improve my reputation after I try and assassinate somebody to get it back to where it was. Okay. That means I need to slow my game speed down so that I can see what's going on. Actually, let's go to like the intended speed. Bonus seconds are off. Okay, so my reputation tanked to 244. What was my reputation beforehand? Reputation. Okay, I'm gaining reputation for my maps. And then I should have been zeroing out my reputation with this, doing that 25 times. And then that should put me at 0. Let's restart that loop. Okay, reputation's up to 25. It zeroes out. Training. Okay, assassination. Failed. How am I not strong enough to do this? And I can only click it once. Okay. I'm not good enough to assassinate people, apparently. It was before you mentioned assassination. Okay. So, I'm not actually good enough to assassinate people. With all of this, I'm not good enough to assassinate people. Therefore, bonus seconds back on. We will deal with assassinations later. Time to zoomy zoom. So we'll take that off the list. Take that off the list. We can be good person again. Can we make it into Valhalla again? Tell me, game, if I can. Story. Okay, I'm not able to do this enough times, so I do have to heal people twice. Okay. Heal the sick. Where did that go? Here. I believe that gets me back into Valhalla. Okay, you were in zone 6. My reputation is still trash. Right. Okay. Because I was attempting to assassinate still. In some of the places. That one stays off. Don't assassinate there. Don't assassinate there. Okay. And we managed to do it 91 times. Okay, we're back in Valhalla. And what did I want to do in Valhalla? We want to survey the place. Or do we want to survey Valley of Olympus first? We're gonna survey Valley of Olympus first. Okay. Then I have to figure out how much gold I can put into maps, because I don't have to put any of that pretty much into mana at this point. If the goal is just to get to the Valley of Olympus. So the more I can spend on maps, the better. But Valhalla, let's see, Great Feast requires soul stones, so we're not gonna do that. Seek Blessing. That one gives me more soul stones for actions that do soul stones. Okay, we want that one. So we need a Pegasus. We're gonna collect all those things. Okay. Are we still... We're in the crafting guild. Okay, so we want to try the housing thing. Build a house, and then collect taxes on the house. That collects all the taxes at once. Unlocks with all the citizenship exams studied. We did that so many times over. And 1 mercantilism. Gives money for houses times mercantilism. Okay, so it's not bad. But we can do multiple houses. Can build... Oh, we don't know exact number. I wish it told me exact number I could build. So we'll just take a stab at it. Can I build 27 houses? Yes, I can build 27 houses. I am not getting my horsies. Because I need to actually get the horsies. Okay. And that requires favors, which requires the donate artifacts. Tidy up is just reputation. It's money, but whatever. I don't need to do that one. Okay. That should get those things running. Good. This gives more crafting. That's fine. This is functional. Right, that one's not. We can take that one off. Oh, I had all of them off in my head. Okay. We'll survey it later. Great Feast costs soul stones. We don't need to take the citizenship exam anymore. The heart is restoration related to Wizard College, so we're skipping that. Favors, I still have 10, so we can make the armor. And we can grind. Mercantilism. Cost reputation. Requires positive reputation. We don't need to grind that right now. And we don't need to grind tidying up. Okay, those are ways to modulate my hit from assassination. Okay. So let's see. Collect donations. Requires reputation above 0. I still have positive reputation. Why am I not able to do that one to the max? Do I need to be better person? Let's see if being better person gives me more of that. It did. Okay. Being better person is what I needed for that to fix. And then all of these are wheelbarrows and an assassination we need to take off the books. Okay. Oh, that was joining the guild. Okay, good. Yes, we're figuring things out. Okay, let's go be better person in Beginnersville. Yeah. If we do the super large number, yeah. Yeah, 56 good people for stuff. Yeah, we'll go with that number. That's fine. Valhalla. Yeah, we're getting more donations each time. That's fine. As mentioned before, you mentioned assassination. I just looked at the time and I remembered I have to wake up early. Yeah, I started streaming at 1 a.m. today. My time zone in the Pacific Northwest. It's currently 2 a.m. in my time zone. I'll have to go, but I hope you have a great rest of your stream. Thank you. Rest well. Thanks for joining at this weird hour for this weird game. I have all of these things to read still. Trying to catch up. Okay. So I want to see how else I can be good person in order to get more money. We took off haggle, so we keep our good stuff there. Forest path, we're not being evil. Merchant town, we are getting 20 gold per reputation. How does that compare to Valhalla? 20 gold per reputation. Okay, that's a wash. No way to be good person here. You don't lose reputation for hurting trolls, right? No, we're fine on that front. Yeah, that's fine. Valhalla, I guess we can, tidy up a bit. It gives gold, along with the reputation. Per mess is cleaned. Okay, let's, see if that moves a bar. Frost Giants vanquished. Right, you can only do that once. That doesn't matter. Host Great Feast, we're not doing that. Ah, yeah, there is a bar. Okay. So if we do that like 15 times, I want to know where the bar ends up. So, yeah, we cleaned 20 times, but only got 12 messes. That makes sense. That's on par with things. Okay. Thank you. Cheers, Twig. Cheers to you as well. Okay, so let's, wrong button for auto clicker. Let's clean messes. And 200 times? Oh, the game is checking. I stopped clicking the auto clicker a while ago and it's still going. Good job, game. Good job. We'll just, stop when it stops. Okay, 360, that's fine. How else can I... Costs gold to get the reputation, but the whole point is to get the gold? So, meh. Sell artifact gives gold. Donate gets you favor, which is different from reputation. Okay. And that's all the other ones. Okay, we've got all of the reputation we can get from that, so that's fine. Okay. So how close are we on this now that it's looped a few times? Oh, and that needs to be in the correct order. Very much important to be in the correct order to tidy up before you collect the donation. Yeah, we're up to 158 now. Yeah, that's made progress. Okay, we'll leave it as it is for that. So now the only red streaks are stones that we've failed to move all the way to the end of the world. Because we can only move one of these stones at a time. Okay. And we gotta work on improving our survey speed. So, let's see. Where have we been depleting them? Not the jungle, not Startington. Those are not stones. Stones hauled. Okay, Mount Olympus is being depleted. So that'll be the first one. We remove the haul action from. Yeah, Forest Path still has all of its stones. Okay. So, since I have huge amounts of mana at the end of the path at the Valley of Olympus, how much of this can I switch out money-wise? And how many more maps can I buy and still make it to the end of the world? I moved the buy mana action upward, and we still had plenty. Okay, so I'm gonna split this, move that up, see how we survive, and see how many maps I can get. Still plenty of mana. We've got no gold at the end. Do I have a buy mana somewhere further upstream? Oh, it's right, because we dump all of our money off at the end. So that's not helping. Okay, when we're here, 6,265. How much does a map cost? A map costs 15. Calculator. $6,265 divided by, what was the number again? Tabs. Where's the game again? Okay, 15. I can buy 417 more maps, so add 51 to that. 468 maps is going to be my new number for right now. And auto clicker. Yeah, you can stop early. That would be nice. Thank you very much. Alt tab. How did it close the calculator? Did I actually click it to be closed? Where's my history? There's no history. Gee, thanks. I gotta retype everything. 68. That actually wasn't too far off by the time it messed up. Okay. Okay, so my survey percentage is 39 on this loop, and it's still 39 on this loop. Okay, the longest thing in my loop is killing trolls for troll's blood, which... Are we even turning in the troll's blood on this loop? Because we have to go through Startington. Are we actually going through Startington? Yes, yes, we are doing this to make the price of this cheaper. It's down to 2,659 soul stones. I'm gonna cut the number of trolls that we slaughter in quarter. It's just so much time spent doing that. I did the wrong thing. That's not what I wanted to cut. I wanted to cut the trolls. But our stats are so absurd, and Valley of Olympus does want me to, build a tower. I mean, no, in order to imbue our soul, it requires that these be at 500. And it's gonna erase all of my soul stones? Is that what it's telling me? Resets all talent levels, soul stones, imbue mind, and imbue body. Other skills and buffs are unchanged. Requires 500 imbue and 500 imbue mind and body. Increases the EXP multiplier of train actions by 100% and raises all skill speeds by 50% per level. Oh, that hurts so much. But I am going to do that. So, who wants to watch me, trash all of my soul stones? In the blink of an eye. Well, it won't be the blink of an eye because it'll be, multiple loops, but, where are they? They are... Mount Olympus, here they are. They're not on the list right now. Imbue mind, imbue body. Yeah, there they are now. These will start going up, and that's gonna start going down. Great. So, how much do I have left at the end of a loop now? We make it all the way to the end. Action list. That's fine not making it all the way. We can actually only afford 417. I added what I was already spending to that. There, no more X on that. Now we can afford the pickaxe and afford those things. Why did I hit Y again? Oh no, am I clicking things? Oh no, I'm clicking things! Excuse me for a moment while I, stop clicking things? Oh no. That wasn't fun. Okay, looping potion is still on there. The mind the soul stones is on there. Imbue mind, imbue body, base judgment. I don't know what else got kicked off. The trolls got kicked off. We'll just cut them off entirely. Let's see how that goes. Do I need to be that good of a person for that much money? No. No, I don't. Okay, I need a way to get to Valhalla. That was this. No, I climbed that. Base judgment is here. But that's a Valhalla action without being in Valhalla. That needs to be in a different location. There we go. Why am I doing Dark Ritual all of a sudden? I have that off. What is going on with this loop? I auto-clickered through everything and it destroyed the thing. Okay. I don't have enough money to buy these things, so we're gonna reduce the number of maps we're buying. Why is this doll here? Because that doll should be this doll, and I'm not doing that doll. Okay, I'm gonna stop healing that many people. It's just... I want to speed up these loops. We'll just heal 2 people and be good with that. I want to speed things up. Why does it think I'm trying to do this action? I'm not trying to do dark magic. I have it grayed out. Why is this gray? Oh, it's so hard to tell what is and isn't right now. Okay, first of all, I'm going to X all of the assassins entirely. We don't need to look at them. Oh, I have to do this before I can do that. Wait, no, but I wasn't doing that. I was doing the other ones. We'll do them both. Okay, and I can't do that unless I'm a bad person. Which won't let me get into Valhalla, so that'll mess everything else up. Where am I at with stuff? Oh, right, we don't need to heal those people. That's gonna fail, so we can turn that off. We can't get into Valhalla. And then everything else after Valhalla is failing because we're doing the judgment wrong. Or are we making it into Valhalla? I'm so confused. Okay, imbue mind and body is working. Let's move this back down on the list. The game is confused as well. Okay, Fall from Grace. Turn that off. Does this function now? Okay, I could not afford my stuff. Okay, we'll take some money back. Can I afford stuff now? No. You were in zone 4. When you tried this action, you need to be in zone 6. Okay, my zones are off. Startington. If I throw that in there, does it fix things? No, that puts that in the same spot again. Start journey. Am I doing any of the jungle stuff? No, that's failing. I can't tell if I'm being too good of a person or being too bad of a person. Reputation is -5 at this point. Okay. And that's where Troll is. Face Judgment is getting all wonked up because I'm neither good enough nor bad enough. Okay. That means I need to do this action to be bad enough. Okay, good. We're functional again. We're just not going to Valhalla. And you can see my dark ritual count going up. Okay. And dark ritual increases my speed on stuff. Okay. We are back to doing things. And the Valley of Olympus is progressing. Woo! It wasn't a money thing. It was a not being overly good or overly bad thing. Okay, which means I can boost this back up, maybe? Let's make sure. Nope, that was too much. Okay, we'll put it back down to a random number. Do we survive? Yes. Good enough. So this will get surveyed. I'll have to change being back to being good again soon. So that we can survey Valhalla. Boy, howdy, was that confusing. Okay, so we're currently... Oh, these are here when they should be up here. This assassinate action needs to get removed. We're not doing any of those. Okay, so these got placed way down here instead of up here. And that's messing with all of the junk. Okay. And right, game. I have so many things to read that I haven't gotten to reading yet. Okay. So currently we're skipping Valhalla because we're not good enough to go there. That's fine. We're not going to assassinate in Valhalla. We're not going to do that. Okay. Let's look at the actions in Valhalla. We don't have a Pegasus. Oh, it's being placed there. Can I click there and then it goes there? No. I have a whole broken thing and have to click it all up one by one. That's fine. At least I know I have to do that now. Knowledge is half the battle. Oh, and we're going to just turn all of these off so we're not getting all the red signals. Okay. So, we get Pegasus, then we can fight the giants. Do we really need to do it? Requires Pegasus. Gives progress points per minute. Requires... Only have one fight Frost Giants action. I don't know why I need to fight them, but we'll fight them. Divine Favor. I like Divine Favor. We've already chewed through 1,000,000 of my soul stones, but at least we'll get more of them from actions that give them to me. Okay. Are we still joining the Craftsmanship Guild? Nah. Let's take that one off. Go back to getting more soul stones, please. Okay. Getting the soul stones here. Also, let's me get them from the spire. Where did that go? Here, okay. The spire can be done 20 times. Okay, and then this one's still labeled at 9. Good. We're making progress. Okay, these colors help, but also don't help. Assassinate we're removing. We're gonna remove the trolls from being done. Okay, I just want to clear off these things from the list if we're not doing them. Why is this not getting done? Whatever, it won't let itself get done, fine. We'll keep training on. Things are getting broken. The website saying too much is going on. Please no. Okay, we're down to just over 1,000,000 soul stones now, but these numbers are going up. We're getting somewhere on them. We have less than 100 imbue mine left. Okay, oh, we haven't updated this number to be this number. There, that'll increase some stuff. Okay, how is my bank doing? We've been passing through Commerceville a bunch. Yeah, we're up to 216 billion in our bank account. That's nice. Okay, so in Valhalla, we don't need the money. We don't. So let's just take that off forever. Take off, collect the taxes. Well, when we go back here, we're going to want to have this number also be ready to do fast surveying. Okay. But right now we're not being nice person. So that's fine. We're not doing crafting guild, so we can remove that. Let's double check that all of these are up to date and how big the numbers can be. Yes. Grow. I still don't know why that one's not running. Oh, right, we didn't want this one maxed out. We don't have the money. Not at that part of the loop. Anyways. Okay. And then there's no more circles over here. Okay. So much text, so many decision-making things, so many things I haven't read here yet. Don't worry, it'll happen. Okay, tower progress is 30%. Let's see if we can stop hauling from one of the locations. 250. Those are donations. Okay, Mount Olympus is still at 53. Why are you not going down, Mount Olympus? Has the game decided to take them from somewhere else that I haven't noticed? Are we not managing to make it all the way? No, we're taken from starting to now. Oh yeah, we have not been making it all the way. That's great. Okay. Yeah, that was total waste of loops. Did a purchase in here come to fruition? Not that I'm seeing. Whoops. $350, does that get us back to Valhalla, or Valley of Olympus? No. Looping potion, trolls, mining stuff. I'm only buying one person. That shouldn't affect things. Let's turn this off and make sure that it's not something unrelated to the map purchases. Okay, it's something unrelated to the map purchases. So we're in Beginnersville. We spend a bunch of money buying maps, which is... Where is it even on the list? Oh, it's because I took it off. There it is. Okay. Then we travel to the forest path, where we gather a bunch of things. We do Dark Ritual, which has totally destroyed this. Are we out of mana? No, we're not out of mana, not by far. Our gold is plenty high enough. So we face Judgment. Zone 4 instead of Zone 6. Okay. That is the issue. Zone 4. We should be facing Judgment. And then starting 10 is Zone 6, where we buy the supplies and then venture forward. You were in Zone 4 when you tried this action. You need to be in Zone 6. Yeah. But I faced Judgment that should have taken me to Zone 6. Right, my reputation was neither good nor bad again. There we go. And we can only do a few of these now. That's only because we took them off. Okay. Where's Underworld? Underworld requires gold. Okay, we did need some of that money taken off. More of that money taken off, maybe. Is it money here that we need to take off? Yes. Okay. Will that random number work? What? I'm running out of mana here? That was, all... Oh. 'Cause I ate up all of my soul stones. Great. And I was so close. I was so close. Okay, no more eating up the soul stones. Thank you very much. We go back to being good person. Which will send us to Valhalla, and let's do some gambling and will this give us enough mana? No. Oh boy, did I eat up my bonuses. Okay. So now I have mana again, but can't get anywhere. Okay, need more money to get past. Turn this off. Need more money, but have enough mana. Go up again. It says I have 11,000 gold. The whole reputation at this point. Yeah, my reputation is 55. I should be making it to Valhalla instead of being skipped. Okay. That's functioning again. Why is Horsey not doing good again? Favors. Right. Why did donate artifact get lost? Probably in that auto-click nightmare. How many artifacts? I have 50 now. 50 artifacts. Okay. Good. Why is this still on the list? Okay. We don't have maps, that's why that one failed. We don't have maps, that's why that one failed. Those ones failed because we don't have enough anymore for those because they sucked us dry. This should work again. Yes, okay. Now, can I afford to do this maneuver? Okay, buying maps is doing something funky to us. We ran out of mana. Okay. Yay, we're making progress. It's only buying mana that's messing us up. That means, you know what? We don't need to grind any of these funky things anymore. Take those off the list. Don't make the armor. We're not using it. Don't hunt the trolls. Grab those, grab those. We still want that and that. We can take that off the list. Okay, we made it further. Okay, cool. Valhalla, does fighting the giants get me anything really? Not really, so we're going to take that off. I still want to seek the blessing. Good, okay, let's not do the scanning here. I want to see how far I get if I cut this in half. Good. Half is good. Turn that into half. Go to the Valley of Olympus. Cut that in half, cut that in half. We took off. We want a sum total of 161. So those can go away. And make this down to 161. And then play. And that's down to 92. We can live with that. Loop forever, will you? And it's just the search. Oh, the hides. We can take that off. Yes. Okay. It's just wheelbarrows failing now and some of the searching. I can live with this. Okay. Well, that's building the tower. We can finally go back and read some stuff. Okay, my mana stones are going back up again. We'll have enough to, Oh, we were so close on Imbue Mind. We were 9 away. We were 9 away. I don't want to trash 15.4 billion, though, talent levels. Other skills and buffs are unchanged. Okay, my skills and buffs are unchanged. So I won't lose Dark Ritual. But that 15.4 million will disappear. Which is giving me a multiplier. Only 71.39 times as much. It's only 71.39 times as much? Okay, how much is Imbue Mind? How much is it? It is 9,840 soul stones. So, I think I have enough. Time to trash it again. Oh, time to trash it again. Because this 130 was also doing 70 times X. Okay, we made it to 500. Yes. Okay, make this go away. Do I go from where we are now and up, or do we go back through all of time? Oh, it's a difficult question. Because we can sure click this now. Action speeds are 50%. Raises all action speeds by 50% per level. Do I click? Do I ruin things? Clicky clicky. Okay. There goes all my imbue mind and soul, and all of this got put back to 0. Yay! Oh joy. Oh joy. And now I can't make it as far as I was before. But hey, look, they're growing pretty fast. That is actually pretty fast. We'll be back to where we were in no time. Maybe. Completed 1. Relax. Focus. Breathe. Okay, we'll take that off the list. We need 500 again. But we're 1 out of 7. We can only do that 7 times. Okay. ATP3D says it's fine. Thanks for the encouragement or consolation, whatever the proper term is for that. Okay, let's see. The Soulstone multiplier is recovering quickly. It tapers off pretty fast. The talent multiplier, yeah, we're at 1/20th of what it was giving before. But yeah, it's growing fast. A lot faster than the first time around. You have had no issues getting out of worse. Yeah. Very true. Okay, so while things grind again, do we start back when we were at 60% of Valhalla toured? Or do we go back to the previous log entries from when I was grinding by myself for 2 days? We'll save those for last. Okay. So, let's recap on the story while I was doing all of those random things. "60% tour rates focused. Routes followed. You finally encounter a place with a district style when your tour reaches the Wizard College. Spires rising high into the sky, detailed etching." Wait, let's go actually be in Valhalla for reading this so that you can, like, look at the Wizard College. Scrolling. Wizard College. Spires rising high into the sky, detailed etchings on every wall, people in flowing robes flying from place to place. You want to stay and observe it some more, but the tour guide rushes you along with a sour look on her face. Is there some kind of story here? Collect donations in Valhalla. Donation checked. You adjust your new uniform, really just a bog normal toga, and make sure that the donation jar is presentable as well, before making your way over to the first house and knocking the door. While the god living here isn't in a very giving mood, at least he didn't get cursed at. Meaningful donation received. It took a bit of walking, but you found your first generous donor. Some lesser god of the forest you passed through earlier. They do eye you up and down before dropping the coins into your preemptive post-feast cleaning fund jar. Okay. 80% routes followed. The tour guide is much happier to show off the city hall. An utterly mundane building where bureaucrats scurry to and fro and only tell you this to the domain of the gods is how everyone looks like a supermodel, and there's never a speck of disorder no matter where you look. 100 meaningful donations. There are rumors circulating of a charlatan running around scamming people with fake charities. I wonder who it is. And it's getting harder and harder to keep ahead of them. You've changed the charity you're supposedly working for 5 times now, and gotten an entirely new outfit after they started identifying you, but by that instead. Their anger is probably warranted, given how much money you've scammed out of the community. We're so evil even in Valhalla. Tidy up in Valhalla. Attempted to tidy up. There's broken furniture, holes punched in the walls, scorch marks on the floor, and food splattered absolutely everywhere. Valhalla's feasts must truly be the sight to behold, but for every wild party, there's a beleaguered cleanup crew. It pays well. Valhalla knows nobody would ever do this without compensation, and all the tricks you learned from that old hermit are really handy for this job. Guided tour in Valhalla. 90% tour routes followed. From a distance, you're allowed to view the grand masons of the upper class. You see a god riding on a great winged horse that rises into the sky. You're enraptured by its majesty. Buy mana in Valhalla. Manabot. Finding the god of trade isn't hard, since he announces his presence loudly anytime he's at the market. Apparently, he also has a lot of influence in the affairs of mortal traders, because he confirms that he sets the prices everywhere else charges. Oh well. Spares you the trouble of calculating exchange rates. Not that it matters to us, our intellect was off the charts. Wow, my stats are actually pretty even right now. The bars are not extremely different. This feels weird. I'm used to int being like way up there, and annoyingly so. Okay. Donate artifact in Valhalla. Donated an artifact. That was at loop 43,809, by the way. We've been looping a lot. Hopefully we get further in the loop sometime soon. Losing millions of EXP really set us back. From a distance, you're allowed to view the grand mansions of the upper class. You see a god riding on a great winged horse that rises into the sky. You're enraptured by its majesty. Buy mana in Valhalla. Wait, no. I went back. Donation. Turns out it's quite a hassle to donate an item to the museum, since the item has to be properly identified. Can't be a known stolen item from someone's private collection. Has to be of proper historic value. Regardless, you eventually get a firm handshake from the head of conservation and their personal thanks for delivering the artifact. Donate artifact in Valhalla. Donate 20 artifacts in one loop. By the time you turn in the last artifact, everyone in the museum staff knows your face and your reputation. The head of conservation privately checks with you to make sure you didn't make some deal with the gods' forgotten things. But you reassure them that you turn in... But you reassure them as you turn in the artifact. By now, the gods in the higher echelons of Valhallan society know your name too. What's my multiplier up to now? Okay, the soulstone bonus has petered off to where it was before, even though it's well below the numbers I used to have. Talent multiplier is taking its sweet, sweet time getting back up there. At least the numbers are all going up. I guess I should be doing these things that get me more EXP more fast. Did I take it off here? That one can go back. Why am I not able to do that one? Train speed. Yeah, I've totally unlocked you. Do the thing. Okay, it's doing the thing, it's just not showing up that I'm doing the thing. Good job, game. Great job. They give more EXP per whatevers. Okay, back to Valhalla. That was 20 artifacts donated last thing we read. Mercantilism. You try your hand at haggling with the god of trade and promptly get laughed at at the face for your efforts. Thankfully, the god in question is a good sport and helpfully gives you a few tips before sending you on your way. 30 mercantilism. You're pretty good at haggling, if you do say so yourself, but these people are on a completely different level. They don't need to raise their voice or make wild claims that they'll be left destitute without a better deal, because they're too busy weaving traps in their words without ever breaking their unsatiable mask of professionalism. There's a lot you can learn here. 100 mercantilism. Words. I can do words. The mana crystals the merchant's selling you aren't bad, but bad crystals are cheaper than good crystals, so you call the quality of his wares into question anyways. He, studiously defends his stock, but the mask of professional confidence you wear erodes his own conviction until eventually he gives in and marks down the price. Yeah, we got discount! Okay, tidy up in Valhalla, 100 messes tidied up. Yeah. Okay. You never quite expected this from the prim and proper Valhallans. It's an insight into their culture that you might not be able to find anywhere else. They go through ordinary lives every day until they come to a feast and go utterly wild. Some of these messes even seem deliberate, like a god just wanted to see all these fruits squash on the ground for the heck of it. Yes. Okay, 100% tour rates followed. The tour comes to a close and you reflect on what you saw. Valhalla is vision of perfection. Everything is in its place without the slightest deviation. Living here would either be idyllic bliss or oppressive torture, and you're not entirely sure which. I feel that. Okay, enchanted armor. The best enchanter in Valhalla has a waiting list equally as impressive. It's not a matter of money. Wait, did we make it to the end? Okay, hold on, we're here. Are we making progress on the tower? Not yet, but soon. Yeah, we're so close to making progress on that tower. Excellent. Okay. Back to Valhalla. The best enchanter in Valhalla has a waiting list equally as impressive. It's not a matter of money. The loop will be finished long before you even meet the man. You mention some of this to your good friends, the museum curator, as you're donating a priceless relic. And he tells you he may have a solution. You're not sure what he did, but an hour later, the guy at the top of the list decides to offer you his spot. Ooh. What game is this? This is Idle Loops, also called Almsy Loops because people took up the mantle of the game and continued working on it after the original creator stopped, maybe? I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but here's the link to play it for free online. You know what? I'll copy that into chat. There. Okay. It's a time loop game where you're stuck in a time loop and trying to get out of it. And we've gone everywhere in the world. Thanks. You're welcome. Okay. What's our bonus like at this point? Okay, we're a 7th of what we were in terms of bonus. Soul stones are getting back up there. Yeah, those are catching up. Okay. We're making it to the end, and that's what counts. All the way to the end? All the way to the end! Yes! Okay. Our bonus is good enough not to care anymore. Again, already. So that was pretty fast to be able to make it all the way to the end again. Okay. 10 enchanted armor gained during one loop. Shoes that step on the air like gold solid ground. A helmet that deflects projectiles before they even get close. Gloves that hold onto your weapons even when you lose your grip. You underestimated the power of enchanted gear. Your every step is filled with augmented vigor, and you know that claws and fangs will find no purchase against your reinforced defenses. As a bonus, they're all etched with the elegant patterns and runes you see all over Valhalla, making you look like a great warrior of old. Whoa! Attempted to attend. Okay, so we tried to attend the Wizard College. The entry fee allows you to attend basic classes, but that's about it. And for less respected individuals, it can be months before they even get around to processing your paperwork. Rising to the ranks won't be easy either, since advancement in the Wizard College is determined by wizard duels. Wizard duels. To rise to a little higher than initiate, you must challenge someone at the rank, at that rank, and duel them for it. Every trick you can perform that they can't wins you a point, and vice versa. It looks like you'll need skills in all kinds of magic to succeed here. Okay, so achieved student status. Reading from the library using the spellcasting arenas, you need to be a student to do much of anything here. Agazin is a fresh young student, only 130 years old, and you're already the third initiate he dueled. He's good at pyromancy, but what gives you the edge is all the tricks you learned from that old hermit. 130 is young. Then again, a few streams ago, we got text saying we've been looping for like 5 lifetimes, and that was a few streams ago, so 130 truly is young to us. Okay, achieved apprentice status. Dark magic is extremely banned in Valhalla, but you can still apply the general lessons it's taught you. It's handier than you expected, since nobody in Valhalla is even slightly familiar with those mana structures, and they have to improvise to keep up with you. Your reward is private tutoring from a full-fledged wizard. Ooh, okay. Spellcaster. We're going through all these ranks in the same loop. We arrived and we just went through all the ranks. Yes. Okay, spellcaster status. Reaching spellcaster is considered a sort of graduation around here. Now it's called research if you have your nose in an ancient tome instead of studying. You're also given a free robe and official immunity to the Valhalla Dressing Standards Act within campus, one of the perks the Wizard College maintains despite City Hall's best efforts. Achieved wizard status. A wizard, a true wizard, is an elite among the college. The art of magic at this point explodes in diversity with a dozen different ways to accomplish any given spell effect. You've learned ways to control your mana for the sole purpose of making the same spell harder to cast, which isn't practical at all, but makes for good tricks and tools. I like how stupid our wizard is. And how we achieved wizard status the day we stepped foot on campus. Okay, not only did we achieve wizard status, we achieved sage status the second we stepped onto campus for the first time. Every single member of the 199 sages are old enough to have seen countries rise and fall, and the strength they wield reminds you that these are divinity incarnate. You're no slouch, though, and you match them spell for spell. Duels at this level are often decided by whomever falters first, and as you create a ludicrously complicated dark magic-inspired mana vortex construct, you see your victory written on the faces on your foe's sour face. Okay. Then we practiced spatiomacy. I still can't pronounce that word. In Valhalla. The hallway leading to the spatiomacy section of the college is long. Really long. Suspiciously long. As you walk past the windows lining the hallway, you notice that the perspective hardly shifts at all between any two of them. One of those hallways. 50 of whatever that status. The first rule of spatiomacy is that there's no such thing as simple spatiomacy. Your head feels ready to burst with the sheer amount of learning you've had to do just to get the basics, and things don't look like they'll slow down anytime soon. At least you managed to make your backpack bigger on the inside. Yeah! We get to make a TARDIS soon, maybe. Okay, 200. Turns out there is such a thing as complex spatiomacy, altering the metaphorical wiggle room people give you in a conversation. The concept of taking a while to get used to, but you think you could convince people to ask you for help next time you're back in Beginnersville. 600. You just thought you were getting the hang of it when your teacher quite thoroughly blindsides you with the next level of complexity. Once you get a little better at it, you'll inevitably start figuring out ways to make spaces out of little corners and creases. And naturally, both literal and metaphorical corners and creases are subject to this too. You try with the idea of using it on your brain, and your teacher doesn't try to stop you. Oh no. Oh. Okay. Pick locks in Beginnersville. 25 houses with loot in a loop. Some would say that entering houses from the back door instead of the front doesn't change what you find inside. Some people aren't masters of spatiomacy. It changes for us, though. We are a mad lad. Okay. Gather herbs. 500 plants with use. As you map out the forest, you come to the conclusion that there are places where the world somehow got warped. A little bit of spatiomacy lets you slip into one of these folded pockets, revealing even more plants with useful alchemical properties. As if there wasn't more forest to explore. Hunt and forest path, 50 animals with hide. The animal you're tracking isn't quite a deer. It walks like one. It vaguely looks like one if you squint. But deer usually aren't capable of bending space around themselves to avoid hunters. While the spatial trick this animal uses is fairly impressive, being able to hide anywhere has dulled its instincts to the point that it just freezes while you carefully take aim between its eyes. At least its hide is normal enough to be worth the effort. Mine 75 soul stones in Mount Olympus. You whistle a tune while your mastery of turns a small crack into a cave, letting you dig out a few more soul stones that were out of reach before. Do the wonders of magic ever cease? No, probably not. Nor do you expect to run out of soul stones ever again. We have already gained 1 million back since we got rid of all of them. That's pretty fast. Okay. 100 of that skill I hate saying the name of. Here is a fun fact. Shadows count as a metaphorical corner. While using your shadow as an extra pocket is nice and all, it also makes it a lot more tricky in the shadow realms, since you have to work around a lot of extra things it can latch onto, especially now that you're approaching a degree of mastery. Okay, take 50 artifacts in a loop on Mount Olympus. During your studies in Valhalla, you picked up in an old tradition. The people from the mountain would leave one treasure out in the open, but bury a second or even a third nearby. You can kind of follow the logic there. Let the intruders grab some small fraction of your wealth, but keep most of it out of sight. In any case, a bit of creative tinkering with the blah 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 makes even the deepest buried treasure no further below the surface than you can reach with your bare fingers, and the extra artifacts are a great bonus. Okay, 1500. It is thought the power of space control that the gods reached Valhalla in the first place. The power to warp dimension guards Valhalla against its foes. The power over reality itself enshrines the gods upon their thrones, and now it is yours as well. Yay! Short quest in Beginnersville. 50 short quests with loot in a loop. You've gotten so familiar with residents' daily routines and needs that you can finish chores for them before they even think to ask for help. The only problem is how much it unnerves people to see somebody just a bit too helpful, a bit too eager, a bit too convenient. 25 long quests. The town has nothing left for you to do at this point, and suggests that maybe you might find more work somewhere else. They appreciate everything you did, and many of the townsfolk are eager to put in a good word for you. Looping potion in Mount Olympus. Potion made. There's no mistake. This is the same potion that you were transporting what feels like an eternity ago. This is chronomancy you'd never be able to do as a spell, and you take a moment to feel proud of how far you've come, and yet you don't really know what to do with the thing. Maybe you'll figure something out later? Oh, I already knew instantly because I had gone to the jungle many times and been like, yo, the totem says so. Use it on the totem. Build housing in Valhalla. Built a house. Having learned about Valhallan architecture as part of your citizenship studies, you know everything you need to build a house that fits in with the crowd perfectly. It'd take way too long to get a work crew to help you out, so you decide to just build the whole thing yourself. Turns out, that makes it easier, huh? Built 50 houses in a loop. The houses start to blur into each other. Each house is the same as the next, and you settle into a relaxing rhythm until all of them are done. You just hope you built all your houses in the right plots. You're pretty sure you didn't wander off to an unrelated hill and build one of the houses there, but you were kind of zoning out for a lot of the job. Okay, we collected taxes. Ordinarily, you can only collect rent at the end of the month, but when you dived into the legal books to make sure you'd own these houses after you built them, you discovered an obscure clause that lets you demand the first payment ahead of schedule. It takes some arguing since none of the residents know of the law, but most of them pony up the money by the time you threaten to bring the hammer of bureaucracy down on them. So we did go actually into legal books. We didn't make it up. I wouldn't put it past us to lie about that law. Okay, Gamble and Merchanton. 75 suckers swindled. Playing this game is not good for your nerves. The fact that you couldn't see them until you used a bit of creative space magic on the casino is already setting off alarm bells in the back of your head. But seeing them fidget with a coin by repeatedly folding and unfolding, it seals it for you. These suckers are something else. Regardless, by the time you're done with them, you have a bunch more, mostly unfolded, coins weighing your pocket down. Pegasus acquired. While you vaguely recall a story of there being just one Pegasus, there is an entire herd flying overhead as you make your way to the meeting grounds. Neptune, the god looking after the flying steeds, is a good sort and reassures you he'll take care of the paperwork after you've given him the modest fee for the administrative costs. As you walk to the middle of the meeting grounds, several of the flying equines swoop down low to get a better look at you. A tiny one with a mane in all colors of the rainbow hovers in front of you for a moment before shaking its head and zooming off, allowing a rich brown Pegasus touches down a few steps in front of you. The steed patiently waits for you to approach, and soon you're riding off into the sunset atop your new steed, Merilissa. Melarisa. Okay, we fought the giants. We fought the frost giants in Valhalla. You ride into battle alongside the Valkyries, charging against the monstrous frost giants. As the wind whips through your mount's mane, and the sound of your battle cry is just barely audible over the fighting. It would have been epic if you didn't nearly get hit by an axe larger than yourself. But still, you're fighting giants, and that's the important part. It's really saying something for your battle cry to be just barely audible when we can literally hear the wind flutter of birds flying overhead in a forest, because our perception is just off the charts. I didn't get any notifications when I reached over 1 million in different stats. Interesting. I'm seeing my divine favor go up. Ah, right, that's soulstone gains. That's how we can get to level 7 of Imbue Soul. Yeah. What's Dark Ritual get me? Speed. Lots of speed. I think I'm high enough now that we can start putting these back in. Okay. And then when I start failing, then pause on failed loop. It says I failed. Why am I failing? Can I make the cost for this action? Oh, hey, I surveyed the whole thing. We can, survey elsewhere now. 161 is good enough. Survey there, take it off here. Why am I failing to make the action? Have I run out of stones in a location? Yes, Startington has no stones. Is this one Startington or is this one not Startington? Okay, that's the buy stuff. That's not the hull. Okay, let's take that one off. Donations. Mount Olympus has stones to haul. Forest Path has no stones to haul. That's light green. I don't see it there. Because it's there. Okay. Beginnersville never had any to start with. Forest Path. Mount Olympus. Jungle Path has none left either. We're almost there. Tower progress. Do we not have Mount Olympus hauling on here? There we go. Now it's going again. Okay, we're making serious progress now. And I still have all of this to read. Hold up, are we not making to the end? No, we just go through the end so fast that I don't even see it running. Okay. And the survey, we can see that rising here. Excellent. Okay. Fight frost giants in Valhalla, attained rank corporal. Fighting while mounted is no easy task. In fighting an army of endlessly angry giants is one hell of a trial by fire. Still, you're figuring out how not to get knocked out of the saddle in the initial charge and even give a few bruises to some of the less careful giants. I was very distracted while reading that because I want Valhalla. End tower. Rename, save to list. I didn't want to lose my functionally-ish list. Okay. Sergeant, you fought the giants enough times now that you know their initial charge by heart. The real trouble is that the moment you and your squad make contact, everything becomes chaotic and nothing is the same twice in a row. At least things aren't getting boring so far. Sergeant First Class, this loop's charge makes a momentous occasion. You scored your first fully solo frost giant kill. So far, You've mostly been joining in the charge alongside the Valkyries and chopping down the injured giants, but by now you're getting confident enough to go off on your own. Granted, this is the same wave that we first got our Pegasus and first fought them. But who cares we overgrinded before getting here? Shh. Sergeant Mayer. The Valkyries are unwilling to take commands from anyone they don't consider a proper warrior. So it took you by surprise when one of them asked which way to go after your squad took down a group of frost giants that had gotten isolated from the main army. You recover quickly and bark out an order, earning you an eye roll as the Valkyries take off and go the direction you indicated. Yay, we're getting respect. All in the same loop. Because we're that overpowered. Chief Warrant Officer. At the end of each class with the Frost Giant. At the end of each clash. My mouth is not doing words right now. With the Frost Giants, there is a brief ceremony where off-field promotions are given to the most effective warriors. You're a little surprised when you hear your name called out and the Valkyries in charge of the ceremony commends you for your exceptional performance, followed by her pinning a small medal on your chest and announcing your new rank. You kind of wish you'd pin the medal on your clothes, but you just smile and take what you get. Wait, she stuck it into her flesh? I mean, it made me laugh. I hope it made you laugh. Why is my chat not functioning now? I wanted to paste Pokecatch and it's, Twitch chat, go back to restart. Do I have to reset everything? Copy. There we go. I was late for that one, doesn't matter. I see you asking if it's working. It's working again. Okay. For me, anyway. Did you have more to say that I missed? No, we're good. Okay. Yeah, you guys got to see some of the background that I have that I normally don't show because the game is just showing whatever's on my monitor or my browser. And well, it's the same. I didn't make separate windows. So you guys got to see other things. Woo. Okay. Okay. For her pinning the small medal on your chest and announcing your new rank, you kind of wish you'd pin the medal on your clothes. But you just smile and take what you get. I enjoy that writing. Okay. First Lieutenant. The rank and file frost giants have stopped being much of a problem for you, and you turn your attention to the remaining proper challenges, the war chiefs commanding the rest. Belugi is the first of them to fall, the rings around his fingers frosting over as he bleeds out from a great many wounds to his arm and neck. Lieutenant Colonel. Istla is the next war chief to bite the dust. Even the searing cold storm she conjures against you fail to stop your steed. And with a mighty leap, you stab her in the eye and ride her corpse all the way down to the ground below. Your Pegasus is none too pleased you jumped off and makes his annoyance known with the flick of his tail straight into your face. Lieutenant Commander, the ranks are frankly starting to blend together in your head by now. Besides, you have better things to concern yourself with as you grapple with the shortest frost giant of them all, Greep, the war chief. Fighting him on your mount would be an invitation for disaster, so despite your mount's complaints, you're once again on the ground, one arm wrapped around the neck of the diminutive frost giant. He still towered twice as tall over you when he was standing, but you managed to trip him. You just barely feel his heart grow still before your arms give out, and this time your stunts earns you a firm scalding from your higher-ups right after the award ceremony. Am I getting the imbue mine and bodies right now? Or are they getting skipped? No, they're getting done. And we're keeping up with the soul stones. Oh. Which of these is giving me more soul stones? Is it the divine favor? Yeah. That means we could do dark ritual if we didn't want to go to Valhalla. But we're still doing Valhalla stuff. We're still surveying the area. We have donations to accept. And then we'll just trash all of it and do dark ritual. Not that we're even doing the trainings right now, whatever. Okay. There was a word ceremony. Okay, captain. Again, this is all the same loop, but it's being written as if it was several loops where it took us super long to train in between, but no. I'm glad it gives us all of the text that we would have missed if we weren't just awesome from the get-go. Okay. Captain. The fight against the second-to-last war chief, Hargizlvar, is a grueling and drawn-out struggle made far worse by his tendency to draw energy from the corpses around him. Oh, it's what we do. And with how the fight is going, he got a lot of reserves by the time you charge into him. Finally, by a concerted effort, you and several powerful Valkyries surrounding and charging him, you manage to cut his head off before he can draw in any more energy from the ongoing slaughter. The morale for the Frost Giants is visibly flagging by now, and if it wasn't for the final war chief rallying them, you're certain they'd have broken rank long ago. Okay, we made it to captain in one loop. Okay. Seek blessing in Valhalla. Sought blessing. You ride your winged mount to the highest place in all of Valhalla and kneel, asking for the favor of the gods in a solemn, quiet affair after all. Hey, we received the blessing. You finish your quiet prayer. Here in the middle of the gods' realm, for a moment there is silence, but then you feel a warmth grow in your chest as the gods below answer in the affirmative. We drank the looping potion at the totem in the jungle, where I knew we needed it for so long before I could find out what a looping potion was. Okay. After saying a quick prayer that this won't outright undo all your progress to escape the loops, you lean your back against the totem and drown the potion in one swing. Down the potion one swing. Almost immediately you feel something inside shift, as if the lowest you can be has gotten a lot higher. Okay. I want to go back to the forest path. No, it was jungle path. Totem. That gave us Wonderkind, which we've got up to 57, which basically at this point gives us 20% more talent points from Imbue Body. So as we gain that up, we get it faster as well. Why are we not imbuing Body? Why is that one behind? Yeah, why are we doing that one? Imbue body. Can only have one imbue body action. Level is limited to imbue mind rank. Yeah, we've got like 50 more imbue mind and then some. Sacrifices, imbuements plus level. Yeah, currently sacrificing levels of talents from each stat. It's not telling me how many levels from each stat it's taking away. And we have oodles. I guess we'll just leave it on and maybe it'll eventually work. We'll figure that out later. Back to Valhalla stuff. And keep looping. We're at 89% surveyed. That's nice. Okay. Tidy up in Valhalla. 1,000 messes tidied up. We're at 1,800. Okay. Like an oracle picking through bones, you're starting to get a picture of what a feast looks like just from the mess it leaves behind. Food splatters differently based on who threw it, and you can almost reenact a fight by piecing together which splatter belongs to which god. The shattered table lying against the wall also tells you how the fight must have ended. Okay. Open portal and jungle path. Portal opened. Despite the veil being thin in this place, you still have to push quite a bit to get through. Whether it is due to the gods trying to keep the Shadow Realm from invading, or the simple physics of inter-realm travel, you can feel the hunger from the jungle grow quite as you approach the rippling portal you just created and step through the portal on the other side. Looking at the sky, you're surprised to find that the night is falling now. Right, we haven't seen nighttime in a long time because we loop too fast. Totem in Jungle Path. 5 Wonderkind. I guess we're doing Jungle Path right now, so, no, that's Forest Path. Jungle Path. This is the portal we went through. Okay. 5 Wonderkind. While you don't get the dramatic increase the first swig earned you anymore, you feel your mind getting a little clearer with every loop you fulfill the ritual, and your understanding of the deeper mechanics of your abilities comes that much smoother too. So we've been drinking it at the totem, this thing. Which says, deep within the jungle, you find a totem pulsing with energy. Just standing near it, you feel more capable. If you drink a looping potion here, that's why I knew I needed a looping potion, perhaps some of that energy will stay with you on future loops. Doubles the initial stacking bonus of Imbue Body on first completion. Requires a looping potion. Ta-da! I had to explore the jungle and have... It gives me Wonderkind experience. That lets us do the things that are fancy. Okay. We have text without a task. What task did it actually mean? Okay. You can't help but chuckle as you make your way out. Wait, I saw double reds. Oh, we're already at 500. Nice. Okay, that one's done. We're still not doing Imbue Body. I don't know what's up with that, but it did go up. Okay, just went up again. Okay. It's, whatevers. You can't help but chuckle as you make your way out of the bank's big shot office. Keys on the entirety of Commerceville in hand. Okay, we're in Commerceville for this text. We're here. Did we... Oh no, we're almost there. We're almost to the super bank. Please tell me this is the max. Did I count the things right without any commas? It went up still. Or is it rounding? I don't know. That B isn't changing. I don't know. We'll see when we get down lower. Maybe something happened. Okay. You can't help but chuckle as you make your way. I'm glad I got to see it tick. Okay. You can't help but chuckle as you make your way out of the bank's big shot office. Keys to the entirety of Commerceville in hand. Sure, the loan wasn't cheap, but you'd probably get into a lot of trouble if you'd stick around for the first payment. But there's no way your mana reserves will last that long. Looking ahead, you blink at the first blatant difference between this world and the normal one. There is no Mount Olympus. Instead, there is a large, wide valley with the ruins of a tower in the middle of it. It takes a bit of doing, but you eventually find a stone covered in a familiar runic script. Children of the land, we the 7 guardian deities challenge you. Find us, fight us, and claim the throne of the gods. Oh well, time for a bit of deicide. Oh well, time for a bit of deicide. The throne of the gods sounds just like the kind of thing that could break you out of the loops. And they did issue a challenge for anyone to find. Step 1 will be to reach them. Okay, we're gonna commit deicide now. Build Tower of the Valley of Olympus, brought 1 stone to the tower. Oh, this was for purchasing the key for the first time. Okay. That's what it was. Or maybe it was leave city. It was one of those actions that maybe triggered this one. That let us get here. Oh hey, we can restore time, challenge gods, and trial of gods now. Oh. We're not gonna read those yet. We finished the tower. Okay. I'm not done reading these things, but we gotta do one of these. The gods have filled. That means I can stop doing wheelbarrows. That one's near the imbue body thing. That one's done. That one's done. Okay. Trial of the gods. The gods have filled the 100 floors of the tower you built with monsters to stop you from returning to Valhalla. Rude. Progress is based on team combat. Okay, I have to get a team. I have a team. I have 1 dude with me. We get Restoration EXP, Pyromancy EXP, Combat EXP. All the stats are evenly distributed. Okay. We'll do that one. And we do it fast. What floor are we getting to? We're getting to trial 57. Okay. We'll just let that grind for a bit. We were here. Brought 1 stone to the tower. This tower that we just finished and are now trialing. We're that far away from all the catch-up text. The closer you get to the chunk of rock with the gods challenge, the more it feels like the massive cube of stone you've been dragging along for who knows how long is actively pushing against your back. By the time you reach the challenge rock, the stone block suddenly lifts up off your back and floats over to the spot where it settles down smoothly, the glyph on its side pulsating with a steady rhythm. Try as you might, the stone block does not move at all anymore. Brought 10 stones. The pattern established by the first brick holds so far. Drag the chunk of stone over to the challenge rock, and it hovers over to its spot before becoming impossible for you to move again. So far, the stones have spread out pretty far, and none of them are touching. But you can at least tell they are all aligned to some kind of grid. Haggle in Beginnersville. 16 haggles in a loop. At this point, It serves no purpose. You were doing this solely for the fun of it. No matter how much you haggled, the merchant wasn't going to pay you to take the supplies. This was just wishful thinking. Although losing the reputation you had accrued could be useful in the long run. We are an ass. Okay. Assassinate in forest path. Target assassinated. Wait, since we're just doing this over and over. Valhalla. We have surveyed all of Valhalla. Okay, we don't need maps anymore. Goodbye maps. This was the haggle option we just talked about. We don't need to have this thing show up anymore. We don't need wheelbarrows. We don't need wheelbarrows. We don't need this icon anymore. That will turn on as necessary. Okay. In Valhalla, we don't need to fight the giants anymore. We got our rank from that. We need to donate the artifacts so that we can get our Pegasus, so we can get our blessing. Because I still want to grind Divine Favor. But we only need 20 favors and not 50. So let's reduce that a smidge. Imbue mind and body, yeah. Troll's blood we don't care about anymore because we're almost there and we make our money super fast. We're not making armor, so we can take this off. We don't need to do any of these training things. They're only 4x faster. This was a haul option. We're not building this anyway. We don't need the deer if we're not making the skins. This is a training thing. Forest path. Train dexterity has 2 versus... Where's escape jungle? Yeah, it's the same icon which was tripping me up. Okay, but we don't need to train. We don't need to sit under a waterfall. This will switch up our positive and negative. That switches positive and negative. We don't need to train. Do we need to buy glasses? We don't need to buy glasses. And that changes positive and negative. Okay. These can be combined into one. Let's make sure all of these are maxed. Wait, bird watching. Yeah, that's an XP multiplier. We don't need to do you. Can we loop faster? Imbue body's not working because we're full on that. Let's switch to being an ass. Okay, so we're going to haggle beyond what's reasonable. We're not going to heal the sick. We're going to do the dark ritual and be bad person. And then that means that we can't do this. That means we skip all of Valhalla. That's fine. Let's make sure our reputation is... Yeah. Pause at end of loop. Yeah, we make it here. We make it to fight 58. Yeah, we don't need more in our loop right now. We can actually hide all of these since all of them are getting redded. Yes, making it as thin as possible to get as much as this as we can. Did the dark ritual go off? 545. 546. Okay, we're gonna grind dark ritual for a bit. And then we're gonna imbue soul again and then wipe away all of this. Okay. In the process, we'll just grind more of this. Yeah, we want to get rid of our soul stones into the dark ritual while it's useful to do so. And then we'll go back to imbue soul. Okay, because that took us no time to be able to make it all the way here without worries about anything. Okay. Yeah. So much cleaner on this list. So much cleaner. Okay. Wait, I managed to assassinate somebody? In the Forest Path. And Merchant Town. And Startington? Just not Beginnersville. Whatever, man. Whatever. Okay. Target assassinated in Forest Path. A big man dressed in muddy leathers. He's crouching in the bushes with his brow as usual. They told you his name is Gustav, but you had to take their word for it. You've seen the man multiple times, but have never actually spoken to him. You watch from behind the tree as he knocks an arrow and aims, his muscles flexing with the effort. His target, a bear, falls from a single arrow to the head, but before the hunter can rise to harvest his prey, one of your arrows stabs into his thigh. Instantly he turns to run, but another arrow lands in his back. Before he gets far, he's following with his final arrow to the head. You prepare your daggers to begin harvesting his heart. He never had a chance. Why did we never talk to Gustav? We talked to everybody. Whatever, man. Whatever. I want to manage this loadout. We'll take this trial of the gods. Okay. Rename, save to list. I don't want to lose the thinned out order of things. We could probably thin it even more. That's fine. Actually, we don't need to get those. We're not selling them. But when we give them, we need 20 of them. So let me just click that down to the appropriate number. There we go. Okay. Assassinate in Merchant Town. You made your way into the casino, spending some time just playing around until you spotted your target. Alenciadro. According to your contract in the guild, whether it's a nickname or his given name, a mark is a mark, so you set to work. Throwing your last game, you politely declare that you're out of money and leave the table. Just as your mark heads out to the restrooms, you follow behind him. Once you've completed your mission, make sure to lock his stall behind you to try and delay the discovery as you leave with heart in hand. Oh. Assassinate in Startington. Target assassinated. You have to hurry to get the kill on your mark here. Since everyone still around seems to be on the verge of death anyway, subtlety goes straight out the window as you walk over your mark with knife drawn, while they look at you with a hopeful expression. You could even swear you heard a thank you on their last gurgling breath. I don't know if that's good or bad. Okay, since we're looping through super fast anyway, this is a good excuse to grind alchemy. Yeah. Because we're going through the jungle path, going through the portal, and then going to the forest path. And then we continue on to Merchant Town, and then we go to the underworld. And then we go from Commerce Town and the underworld to the end destination. So that gives us the opportunity to grind alchemy. Because, like, that one's low, and I want that one to not be low. So, learn alchemy. This one requires herbs. Normally, these 500 don't last me long enough to be worth diddly squat. But we can put it here after we've been in the jungle, where we can just get herbs forever. So excuse me while I auto-clicker. Yeah, 122 herbs on that loop. 337 on that loop. Yeah. Let's just stop when we get to 1,000. I don't think you guys want to watch me sit here with the auto clicker all day. Okay. What does that get us to at the end of the loop? 1,090. So we can do 109 iterations of learning alchemy. There we go. Is that 0 herbs at the end? Off by 1. Maybe. Yeah, that ends. And none of those are red. Excellent. We finished the dark ritual. Yeah. We're at 666. Speed achieved. Yay. We must be nearing the end of the game if we're achieving these things. And, like, our world is entirely surveyed, but, you know, there's always the opportunity for space magic to open up new possibilities that seems to always happen. Okay, so we never have to do Dark Ritual again. So these things can get X'd off. Which means I don't need to be an ass anymore, and we can go through Valhalla, and I can get more money. That means I can turn on all of these things. That'll be fine. We will turn these on even though they're not going to function, because we are going to go to the end. We're going to imbue soul and then trial of the gods. 1 loop through, make sure it all works. And there goes our things, but now we have imbue soul twice. Raises the speed by 50% per level. So we're about to go zoomies again. Okay. And oh, we should have just fixed that one that we had. Whatever. Okay. How far did we go now in 1 loop before dying? Not very far, but we'll go further the next time. And we did. And we're gonna go further the next time over and over until we get back up here. At which point, I'm gonna change from Trial of the Gods to Challenge the Gods. What's it say? This is it, the final showdown. If you can defeat the 7 gods, you can finally end all the looping nonsense for good. Okay. Good. Requires all 100 floors of Trial of the Gods to be completed this loop. Okay, we're not doing that. Good thing I read the text. What does restore time say? You've done it. With the power of the gods, you can undo this looping nonsense and fix time. Requires the powers of the gods. Mana cost 7,777,777. Okay. So we'll grow back up our stats quickly, and then we'll be able to imbue mind and body again soon. Yeah, it's doing those things on their own. It's good. Okay. Back to story time. Build tower in the Valley of Olympus, brought 100 stones to the tower. This thing that we are now going to be fighting again. My highest floor is 59. Over halfway there. Maybe. Who knows if it's actually halfway. 100 stones to the tower. For the first time since you started this seemingly endless task, does your latest block float over to a spot right next to another block, setting down snugly against its neighbor. Looking closer, there barely is enough space between the stones for a piece of paper to fit through. Oh good, that's just stat grinding. We don't have to read that. Okay. 250 stones to the tower. While you watch yet another stone block float over and settle down, you reflect on how even watching massive cubes of solid stone float like clouds is becoming a familiar sight. Perhaps living through as much time as you have has changed you more than you expected. Donate artifact in Valhalla. Donated 50 artifacts in one loop. After turning in the final artifact, the head of conservation takes you aside. While they are very thankful for the priceless treasures from the past that now have found a safe home thanks to your efforts, they also politely recommend you slow down before you draw the attention of anything old and forgotten. Suits you well enough. You're out of artifacts anyway. 500 imbuement completed. You'd say you can't imagine ever thinking as slowly as you once did. But that's not true. Your memory is perfect now. And you know exactly what your thoughts were like before the loops. Slow, muddled, incomplete. And one thing you can't imagine, with all your mental acuity, is the idea of giving all this up. You don't hate your past self, but you know deep in your bones that if you found yourself in their shoes again, you'd do absolutely anything to regain what you lost. 500 imbuement completed. Every loop you become a new person, growing and learning and training until you're more capable than your wildest dreams. And every loop, all that progress is stripped away from you. You're forced to watch it all slip through your fingers time and time again, reducing you to a shadow of your former self, only for you to build it all up again and lose it all again. This imbuement isn't a true solution, not while the loops still persist, but it dulls the ache. 20,000 dungeon floors looted in Merchant Town in the large dungeon. They probably don't realize how much you're pulling the strings, how many arguments you've stopped before they started, or why they've never once made a wrong turn. At this point, you know them better than they know themselves, and adventuring has never been so peaceful. "500 stones brought to the tower. The grid outlined by the edges of the stone blocks is getting more and more densely packed with every trip. By now you've determined that the blocks are not just filling a square of stone, but in fact a blocky outline of a circle. The math on that doesn't seem like it should check out as well as it does, but you chalk that up to the general weirdness involved in dragging stones from one world to another. Okay, 750 stones. All this easy pickings for more building materials have long since been exhausted, and just finding more blocks to add to the mostly solid floor is becoming a challenge in its own right. As you wipe the sweat from your brow, you take a break and just watch the presumed tower base for a while, admiring how the steady pulsing of the block's glyphs make the outlines between them glow. 999 stones. Watching the second to last block hover over to the single 2-block wide opening and slide in without so much of a scratch fills you with a determination you worried you might have lost. The end is in sight. Now it's just a matter of bringing it all together. Gods beware, you are coming. Wow. Okay, Totem and Jungle, 60 Wonderkind. What am I actually at? Oh, 67. Which is giving me a 20% boost. Nice. You don't recall what loop you started doing, but you've fallen into the habit of kneeling down and patting the head at the bottom of the totem after each looping potion you drank. Stranger still, you're certain the face is smiling a lot brighter than the first time you found the totem. What? Does the totem also have your powers now? Ooh, yeah, ooh. Okay, fully surveyed all zones. You're pretty sure that you've seen the entire world in great detail by now, and that none of the places you know have any secrets left to find. As you walk through the guild's entrance, the guildmaster makes eye contact with you before nodding once. As you give him your maps, he speaks up. Been a real pleasure having you. Hope you find what you're looking for, and let me know if you need the kind of thing that's not usually on the map. As you leave, you have a faint feeling that the guildmaster knows more about your situation than he lets on. But perhaps it's best to let sleeping dogs lie. Invest in Commerceville. Invested 999 999 999 999 gold. AKA basically a trillion. No matter the clientele, no matter how strange the transaction, you know what? Why am I even investing the money back? We can take that step off. We're good. The teller processes it all with a rote grace born from countless repetitions. At times, he almost feels like an automation of human skin. All thoughts drowned out by the ceaseless motion. Tentatively, you ask how long he's worked here. After a few seconds of silence, he wordlessly looks you in the eyes, and you see the weight of eons staring back at you. Collect interest. All the money in one loop. Anyone with half a brain could figure out that you cheated somehow, and it doesn't matter. The bank's sole contracts are infallible, so nobody's under the compulsion to root out and deal with cheaters. It takes some time to retrieve the large fortune you're entitled to, but nobody stops you as you leave. You think you even see the vindictive smile on the teller's face. Bingo, yes. Imbue soul in Valley of Olympus. Completed soul infusion. How close are we on the next one? We're at 132? Okay. Yep, the soul stones just disappear as soon as they're made. It's all fine. You make an offer and almost immediately regret it as your mind and body feel like they are being torn apart. Countless unseen claws, all while every last shard of every soul stone you've carried turns to dust around you. While the pain subsides, though, you feel like something shifted deep inside your core. Maybe recovering your lost power will be a little smoother this time. Oh. All the claws. Okay. Trial of the Gods in Valley of Olympus. Beheld the tower. Carrying the last block of stone felt easier than any of the others, whether the combined attraction of the properly placed stones pulled it along, or the end being in sight gave you the motivation you needed. However, you barely get any time to cheer as it slides into place and fills the final remaining gap before the blocks start rising up into the air. Threads of light connecting them and interlinking until you are looking at a tower made of 100 floating glowing platforms. Already you can see the light of Valhalla shining at the top, while a set of blocks forms a staircase up the first glowing floor. Also, There suddenly is a bunch of monsters between you and said stairs. Better get busy and kill them fast. 10 floors cleared in one loop. As you carve yet another fire dragon's heart, you muse whether the gods are teasing your worth or if they're just trying to avoid the consequences of their little wager this way. Fun fact about Chimera. Even with as many heads and pointy bits as they have, sliding under them and jabbing into their undersides deals with them quickly. 30 floors in one loop. You almost feel sorry for the sirens. By now, the only thing they can try and tempt you with is the way up, and killing them to get past is a much more reliable way to get that. 40. The zombies seem out of place to you, their rotting flesh yielding quickly under your attacks. There aren't even enough of them to really slow you down. Why aren't they my zombies? Can I resurrect them? No, I didn't bring any blood with me. For those who aren't aware, back in, Startington, I can raise zombies and put them into the Trial of the Dead. I don't know what it really gets me other than, like, a negative XP multiplier. Or not negative, but, fractional. It's not even a bonus. I just take zombies and go up the floor. Wait, no, it does give me something. Heroism. Yeah, one of these things, I should have been upgrading one of these things. The Spire. Yeah, we're good on the Spire. It might have been this thing that I need to eventually do with the zombies. But I've been, it costs a blood to raise a zombie. But instead I was doing Dark Sacrifice to make the cost of getting Dark Ritual cheaper. But now we have that, so now maybe all my blood goes to zombies, or my blood goes to preparing a buffet. Because that costs blood? I thought that, the, whatchamajigger, Great Feast that Gluttony has on its flavor text would have been, like, unlocked here in the jungle at some point, but turns out that that was Valhalla, with the Great Feast here costing soul stones. Oh. Combat from all sources increased by 5% per level. Ah. So what, that one wouldn't feel so as bad for the final ending of the game. Yeah. Not as bad. Okay. I might actually do a Great Feast later. And Imbue Mind is taking up a lot. How do I make Imbue Mind cheaper? That would be a good thing to, let's see, that's magic cheaper. Mana gains. Not quite sure. Speedy speed, combat. Combat, heal the sick. Mana geyser, mana well are cheaper, and houses to build increase by 1% per level. And the following actions are increased by 0.5% per level in their range. That lets me do more things. And costs are super low. Mana gains are increased. Soul stones are increased. Dark Ritual is cheaper. Cost of Great Feast is cheaper. Gain more talent EXP. More gold. Follower strength is better and I can have more people. And Currently multiplies trial difficulty. Reduces reputation penalty from assassinating. I don't know what I get from assassinating people. I don't get it. So I don't know what it was that let me imbue mind cheaper. I can't remember. I've read all the things so many times over, but I don't know how to get imbue mind to be cheaper. Maybe it'll tell me at Mount Olympus. Yeah, it tells me how to get imbue mind. Unlocks with illusory walls discovered, 300 magic. Sacrifices 20 times imbuements plus 1 soul stones. I have imbue mind, body, and soul, so I don't know which one of those it's actually referring to. But that does modify itself. Gives progress points per mana. Deep behind one of the many illusory walls, you found a small glowing lake full of some sort of liquid. Your soul stones seem to glow when they get close to it. You appear to be able to use them as a link to your mind, but the process requires a very large amount of mana and will destroy them once it's complete. Each imbuement will increase the training limit by 1. Not that I'm training anymore. Gives magic skill times main stat math, original mana cost, project points for mana. Okay, so in and of itself, it changes how much the cost is. So it requires 3,680. But I don't know which imbuements it's talking about. Sacrifices 20 times imbuements plus 1. Well, we're at 185. So what's 185 times 20? That looks about that price. Okay. Yeah, it's just incrementing that way. Okay, I'm gonna pause that for a bit because I don't think I'm actually making it to Valhalla. Yeah, we're dying too fast because we're wait, no, what are we actually losing to? Our reputation's not good enough. Okay. I raised my reputation, sir. Okay, that's not the issue anymore. Now it's we ran out of mana. Okay, we're fine. We can just let it keep doing its thing. Gaining me EXP, we're good. Okay. Minotaurs. We did not read the Minotaurs yet. Cleared 50 floors in 1 loop. Let's go back to tower. And we can let that build up a bit so we can get further through this each loop and get more of that per loop, and then that gets tanked. Oh, that's getting tanked too much from Imbue Mind too. Okay. We need to build some more of this up before it just gets destroyed right away. Okay. 50 floors cleared in 1 loop. Minotaurs are annoying to fight in a place like this. Get too close to the center, they bully rush you. Get close to the edge, they slam you out of the tower with a haymaker. Dealing quickly with them keeps things bearable. Okay, we scrolled all the way to the bottom, guys. We made it to the bottom of the scroll. We have to go all the way up again, though, because there's stuff from when I was grinding that showed up that we have to go back to. Dark Ritual in Forest. 666 rituals completed. The face emerges from the blood, but this time its expression is grim. It explains to you how, although your offering will be accepted this time, there can be no more deals made after today. No matter how much you provoke or prod, it refuses to elaborate, and when it finally sinks back into the now dry pool, you're just as baffled by the dark god's motives as you were this morning. Okay, what is that actually getting me? Right, it lets me grind harder. We don't need that. Maybe we should, maybe we shouldn't. We're just growing now that we're actually growing. Okay. Zoomy zoom! 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 Because it's blinking. Okay. We caught up to the text. Okay. Up we go to everything that you guys missed while I was grinding. We're gonna do it in reverse, and it's gonna be really annoying to figure out where we are. Okay. These are... Okay. 10,000 dungeon floors looted. Well, the dungeon is never quite the same. You have its measure, and that lets you persuade your party to go down the right corridors and avoid traps. You can tell they're suspicious, but you shrug it off as some kind of intuition and change the topic before an argument can start. We're just gonna go backward. Okay, Crafting Guild and Merchanton. Godlike rank achieved. At last, you've finally broken their pride. You've gone beyond perfection and into the realm of revolution. Your new methods, honed by countless hours of experimentation, are so superior that even the proud old grandmasters bow their heads and humbly ask you to teach them. Victory is sweet. Okay, so to recap, these are... I spent days grinding, and occasionally I got a new bonus. So there aren't many of these that got missed, but I just want to make sure they're all seen. So these all happened before stream started and after last stream ended. Face judgment in Mount Olympus, accepted by the gods. We were finally good on accident. I didn't mean to go to Valhalla while off stream, but I messed up the good and bad too much, and I was too good, and I actually got accepted into Valhalla. At the end of your story, a crack of lightning strikes behind the altar and leaves behind a cheerful man. Between the perfectly bodied form and the power radiating from him, there's no doubt you're meeting a god in the flesh. He extends his hand, an offer of invitation, and you happily reach out and take it. Right, there was a guru that we haven't met yet. And what is the flavor text and restore time? You've done it. With the power of the gods, you can undo this looping nonsense and fix time. Okay, right. The guru. Guru, we have not talked to him yet. Is there anything else that I haven't seen? Open Rift. Takes me to Startington. We haven't used it, but we don't need to use it unless we really want to be speed. Okay, the guru. What does he say? Hey! Somebody subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. I would say your name out loud, but I don't know how to read your name in whatever language that is. But it looks pretty. Okay. The greatest explorer the guild has ever known was said to have found a path without judgment to Valhalla itself. Now, as his equal, he is willing to show you a way if you bring him a few herbs. Just requires 1,000 of them. Unlocked with 100% of world surveyed. Travels to Valhalla bypassing face judgment and reputation requirements. Okay. That's not that big of a difference, and we don't need to do it. We're fine facing our judgment. Because that requires 1,000 herbs, and we can only get 500 before coming here if we go here straight. Because Forest Path only has 500 funny plants we can get. But if we go past him, we can get all the herbs we want from the jungle, and then open a portal to go backward to Forest Path, and then we can continue on, and then not go to the underworld. We start Trek, but that costs us money to buy the pickaxe that we're buying anyway. Why are we buying the pickaxe? Can we skip buying that pickaxe? No, we are doing the start Trek. We do have to buy that pickaxe. Yeah, and then that would take us to the guru. So we would still have to face judgment. One way or the other. No. Can we skip? No, we can go straight to the underworld. That skips Valhalla. It would take us to Startington, which we would then take to here to open the portal and go all the way around. It's, it'd be weird. Okay. Back to catching up on old flavor text that would have otherwise been missed. Why is that line out when it's grayed out? That's bugging me, but there we go. We got it off the list. Okay. Thieves Guild in Commerceville. Thief rank you've reached. You've stolen the spotlight right in the middle of a major performance, and nobody noticed till the big solo 10 minutes after you escaped the theater, along with every last wallet from the audience. Not bad for a solo run. That is our thievery level. Impressive. Okay. Right, because U rank is better than S rank. All your thievering over the last bunch of loops definitely taught you the value of subtly. Word that I know you know what it is, but I cannot pronounce right now. And restraint. While you no longer try to impress with big stunts, the boss was very impressed that you managed to steal the hat off his head unnoticed. A rank in Thieves Guild. You got overconfident. Alright, we should show you what Thieves Guild is. Thieves Guild. These guys. Who we were doing pickpockets, rob warehouses, and insurance fraud from. At the end of your story, a crack lightning strikes behind the altar and leaves behind a cheerful man. Between the perfect bodily form and the power radiating from him, there's no doubt you're meeting a god in the flesh. He extends his hand, an offer of invitation, and you happily reach out and take it. We are doing Adventurers Guild to get soul stones, so we can't just grind thievery right now. Otherwise, I would have considered doing that right now. Okay, A rank. I know this is backward, but we're going backward in time, so yeah. It's easier to keep track of how far back we've gone if I do it all in reverse order. You got overconfident this time. Knowing the guild as well as you do, you snuck in unnoticed. Intending to dramatically introduce yourself, while the boss was impressed, he still sent you out on a mission with a bunch of bumbling newcomers. And you only barely managed to keep them from blowing up the entire heist. Underworld and Merchant Town. Traveled through the underworld. Yeah, I don't like going through these portals without you guys, but I did it once, so sorry. I did that one on accident, I think, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Underworld to Merchant Town. Checking the map one more time, you make your way down the well-hidden alleyway and through a door that you're not quite sure is exactly there. Rather than any kind of room, you find yourself on the shore of an underground river where a ferryman awaits you. You live yet. The ferryman whispers louder than an earthquake. Why do you seek passage? Rather than explaining yourself, you hold up a heavy pouch of coins. Sharon, as you somehow know the ferryman is named, silently nods and gestures you to board. The trip across the waters is silent, steady, and boring. However, the moment you set foot on the shore, the world twists around you, and you are suddenly standing in front of Commerceville's gates. If this is the afterlife, you'd rather stay alive a little longer. The, world where everybody murks each other. Right, I showed you Merchant Town there. We just transported to Commerceville, the Assassin's Guild place and the Thieves Guild place. Yeah, that's hell, according to this game. Crafting Guild and Merchant Town. You rank achieved. Okay, go back to Merchant Town. Okay, yeah. Cried from Beauty, 8,821. It's official. You're unmatched here in Merchant Town. Try as they might, the guildmasters can't find any mistakes in the things you make. And as you begin an exhaustive list of their own imperfections, they grudgingly agree that you are superior, though you don't miss the way they talk about you behind your back. Adventure Guild in Merchant Town. That's the one we're currently in guild-wise. We're doing this guild, and we've impressed 82,612 people. Oh, we can't get to the next one. I want godhood. Well, actually, we already are godlike. I want to know if there's anything beyond godlike. This isn't really a formal rank as much as it reflects on how you're stronger than they have means to measure, stronger than they've thought possible. They tell you that you're the strongest human alive, perhaps the strongest to ever live. And while you hesitate to embrace such a status, you can see that they honestly believe it. Okay, Pyromancy, 1,000. I actually have it at 9,000, but who's counting? Wait, my Pyromancy's going up. What am I doing to gain more Pyromancy? One of these skills is doing more than I think it's supposed to. Trail of Gods is using Pyromancy skill. Okay, and Restoration, so those are both going up. Little bits at a time, but they're going up. Okay, and Pyromancy at Mount Olympus, because I thought this was where I was getting my Pyromancy. I'm like, why is it moving over here? Okay. So, Pyromancy at Mount Olympus. I don't know why this is scrolling on its own. So sorry about that if that's annoying to anybody. The fire is conjured and extinguished in tune with your breath. Far beyond needing gloves to control it now, the blaze is an extension of your will as much as your arms and legs. In a fight, you are the burning battlefield itself. Every wisp of flame bends to your command and seeks only one thing: the complete incineration of your foes in a ravenous inferno. And then the battle ends, and you withdraw, and withdraw the fire back into yourself, where it lies in wait for the next enemy to appear. I like being good at Pyromancy. 500. So yeah, less than before, but you know, we're doing this in reverse order. I've been going so long my phone is nearly dead. Hold on, I gotta plug it in. Because I'm reading chat on phone. There we go. 500 Pyromancy. You had read of the legendary Pyromancer, Mustang, and how he wore a pair of specialty crafted white gloves that granted him unprecedented control over his fires. Snapping. our newly gloved fingers and watching our flames etch a precise spiral in a tree trunk. You revel in having matched his achievements. This kind of fine control isn't easy. The smoldering remains of the mountainside behind you can attest to that. Okay, Crafting Guild in Merchington, S rank. Slowly you remove mistakes from your work and learn to find even the most subtle of defects. When you and the old grandmasters butt heads, they have less to throw at you, and you fire back with flaws in their own work. A rank achieved in crafting. We should go to Crafting World so you can enjoy it more. We're here getting judged. Why is it scrolling? Okay. A rank. You're finally forcing the old grandmasters to take notice of you, but you're not sure that's a good thing. They seem to be invested in tearing the talented upstart down, and even though your skills impress everyone else in the guild, the guildmasters only scoff and point out every flaw they find. Oh, we can do E through B now in order. E. You've proven yourself handy with wood, and they grant you a higher rank. A particularly harsh examiner says your work is shoddy and crude, but you seem to be above the errand boys now. D rank. You hone your skills at all parts of a construction job, and the breadth seems to count in your favor. This is about the level you're told, where people often settle into modestly paying stable careers. C rank. B rank crafts woman Wilfrey says a house you build wouldn't be out of place in most parts of town. She shares with you a tip. To make it into B rank, you have to know more than construction. If building houses is all you can do, well, C rank income still isn't anything to scoff at. But no, we made it to B rank. B rank. Taking Wilfrey's advice, you branch out into working with cloth, glass, and metal. The new skills are finicky and exhausting to get right, but you eventually impress the examiners enough to claim B rank. You also take a moment to appreciate the first sword you've forged for yourself. Shame it'll vanish at the end of the loop. Do we have multiple of Adventure Guild now? Okay, U rank. You stand above even Renette now, and you're told the only person who compares is the strongest guildmaster, Diaphon, living earthquake Grandwell. Word spread like wildfire, and you became an instant celebrity. Everyone seems to want to go challenge wants you to go challenge Diaphon to see who's the strongest, but you know that you would run out of mana long before you ever get close to his city. Come on, we have plenty of mana. I want to go fight Diaphon. I have no clue where he is, and the game won't tell me. Okay, purchase map in Beginnersville. Bottom map. Yeah, we had to do that. The map you purchased isn't exactly sparse. The roads are inked in with precision and all of the major buildings are labeled. However, there's still a lot of work to do. Many of the minor buildings are unlabeled, foliage is marked only as vague scribblings, and you distinctly recall several alleys that are missing on it. And the map is only for one small section of town. Charting out the entirety of this place is going to take a lot of time and a lot of ink. You wait until the attendant is occupied, then grab a set of scribing tools on your way out. We don't need to thieve those, man. We have money. But that's just who we are. Hitch a ride in Beginnersville. I guess we should go to Beginnersville. So we hitched a ride here. We still haven't gone through the rift. We don't need to. It just takes us to Startington, which is the underworld. Skipping past Mount Olympus and getting judged and going Valkyries and whatever. We skip past all that if we take the rift, which we don't need to. Hitched a ride. Yeah, we used this one. I guess I should read the flavor text on Hitch a Ride. The Explorers Guild has contract with various caravans for transport around the world. They have taught you the secret hand signs to gain passage, and this one just happens to have spare mana to share on the journey. It only costs 1 mana to get all the way to the underworld instead of like 1,000 to get to the forest next door. Purchase map. The Explorers Guild has taught you how to use cartography kits to map your surroundings. This will help you keep track of things and, with some luck, find secrets you overlooked before. There's a shop here in Beginnersville that will sell them for just 15 gold each. That's the maps that we were referring to in this thing. Okay, hitch a ride with this thing. You've set up the caravan rolling by, give the necessary hand signs, and are directed to a small wagon near the back of the line. As you climb in and see your fellow explorers, you can't help but grin. They may not recognize you, but you recognize several of them. Drinks are eagerly shared, numerous bad jokes are made, and the trip passes in the blink of an eye. When the caravan reaches Merchanton, you're simply singing so loudly you miss the call to get off, and you end up having to walk the half mile the wagon traveled before you notice the retreating town in the back window. Thieves Guild, Commerceville, Thief rank B reached. Okay, Commerceville, Thief World. You've tried your tests often enough that you're getting a good feel for how the guild works well, and while you still slip up occasionally and call a thief by their name before they've introduced themselves, the boss now trusts enough to send you on bigger hits. Yeah, all of this is like out of context because it all happened when I was grinding off screen. And it's all backward because now I'm joining the Assassin's Guild even though we already read that I reached B. Oh no, that was thieves, not assassins. Yeah, they're both here. Okay. I still haven't managed to grind up assassination skills. We'll get there eventually. You grit your teeth as you sneak around in the sewage tunnel that connects to the city harbor. Turning a corner, you get to see the entrance to the guild for less than a second before someone's got a knife pressed to your throat and demands you explain how you found this place. Joining the Assassin's Guild definitely is going to be your largest achievement in smooth talking to date. But by the end of it all, you walk out with a list of targets in hand. Several lessons in how to keep a heart beating outside its body and a still hurting brand under your armpit. Yay! But with smooth talking, we learn smooth talking here. My leadership is bonkers because I attended many seminars. Oh, I can finally grind out my leadership because I have all the money in the world. Yeah, I was getting hard locked on seminars because they cost 1,000 gold. And like, I could collect interest, which was a hefty penny at the point when I was doing it, but I was still running out of money per loop. So it's like, no, I should go back and invest it, but then it took so long to invest it. But now that I can just collect and have all the money in the world, off screen, I am going to grind out seminar or leadership until it's over 9,000 like everything else. Yeah. I wonder if 10,000 gives me something. I don't know. Let me know if you want to see 10,000 on these things. But like Divine Favor, that one takes so long to grind. So long to grind. Oh, that's high enough. We can go back to imbuing the mind and the body. That'll tank all of this, but that's kind of the point, to be able to get it back faster. Okay. Insurance fraud in Commerceville. 100% of fraud committed. The biggest problems in defrauding an insurance company are always related to making sure you don't get caught in a lie. So you've taken to visiting their office is off hours, and making some adjustments to some of the documentation related to your cases. This time, however, you spot a folder you hadn't seen before in the insurance company director's office. It's a thin, black folder simply labeled, "In case of problems." Inside, you find contact information for the Assassin's Guild. You try not to think why the insurance company would need such a thing as you sneak away. Yeah, that's how we learned about the Assassin's Guild. We just, had 100% insurance fraud. Okay, 75% of fraud committed, insurance specifically. You are in the process of concocting a scheme where you take out a line of insurance on someone and then have them killed. When one of the guildmates bluntly tells you that she won't be helping with something so suicidally stupid, pressing her for a bit, you learn that there is a certain secret guild in town that handles murder and assassination, who are none too eager to let some upstart start killing without paying their guild's dues. I feel like I've already read this before out loud, because I wouldn't have clicked assassin stuff without people here, and I had that sitting here. So I think we're caught back up to where previous log entries are. Okay, so what did we unlock at the bottom in the meantime? That kept making us go down here. Only one line of text. Cleared 60 floors in one loop. The golems just make you feel sad somehow. Their design is a little too angular, a little too flawed to be the work of the gods. You wonder whose craftsmanship you're breaking on the way up. Oh, I want to make golems too. Okay. So we are currently doing imbue mind and imbue body each time we loop through. So we're just in a grind fest at this point. I have no new text for you guys to read, or to read to you. We can't challenge the gods until we've grinded so much of the Trial of Gods. We've made it up to 60 floors though, which is progress. But I'm not gonna click the challenge gods thing or the restore time thing without you guys. I'm thinking of ending the stream here. It's, been several hours. Been fun, yes. I'm glad you were here and enjoyed it. So I'm gonna get Imbue Soul up to 7 offline and get these to preposterous numbers offline. I'm capable of preposterous numbers. But I ran out of fluids a while ago to drink to soothe my throat, and I need that. Thank you for letting me hang. Yeah. Hang all the times that I stream. You were great, buddy, to be here. Yeah, my throat is, done. Oh, these blue things were this one. I was wondering why they were so even. Because, these stats are all off from each other. Yeah, that's why. Okay. Brain realizations at, 5 in the morning. The sun should be coming up soon. I don't normally stream at this hour. This is an oddity. Normally I stream Oxygen Not Included, but I found this game and it sunk its teeth into me, and I had to know more. So I'm gonna grind this thing out off screen. I'll be back when numbers are preposterous. I cannot say when that will be, but I'm gonna go now. Bye.